Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait.
Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Lowe is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emye clip, Emye Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show, and it is the Wednesday edition, your weekend of the week on April 13th, 2022. We are so glad that you're hanging out with us wherever that may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. I am Hefty Goof. Look, it's Mike O, and Sports.Gaming grace the left side of your screen. It is fantastic to see you all, as we have 3 hours planned for you. We have Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News coming up in a mere 15 minutes from now. And then at 6:50, it'll be Birthdays This Day in Gaming History. We'll check in with Look, it's Mike O, see what he is tracking at this hour in the newsroom, and many, many more things for you on this Wednesday. I don't know, do you do the overnight software updates for your phones? Because my phone is an iPhone, and so they'll say like, hey, tonight we're gonna install software. Make sure we're plugged in, snuggled all nice and cozy into our little phone update bed. Is this something that you do?
No.
I have.
But when do you update your software?
When I'm like, other times.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes it tells me in the morning, hey, I tried to update last night, but it didn't work. Do you want to do it now? I'll be like, no, remind me later. And then 15 weeks later, I do it sometime when I don't need my phone.
Man. Okay, out of the three of us, I had not suspected I'd be the very, like, on it with the software updates person. I did not expect me, of all people, to actually figure that out and be like, yeah, I'm going to do it right away, because it says to do it. You want to know the biggest reason that I want this one? Because it supposedly let me unlock my damn phone with my mask on. It's been a pain in the butt.
Supposedly.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet because it just happened. And every time that it's done that, I've been like, okay, I'm not going to do this tonight. I'm not going to do this tonight because it's going to screw up my alarms. And it hadn't happened for a long time. And then, of course, today, it's like, yeah, it messed up with my alarms. So, frustrating. So, all my fears have come true is what I'm trying to say.
And Hefty never updated his phone again.
Nor checked any of these 103,884 email.
God, it's the worst.
You know what my goal is to get to that song from Rent, 125,000. Well, I'm probably not that far off, to be honest. I've probably been up there before.
Unread emails.
But then you want to know the irony of it. The PlayStation doesn't update automatically, so I woke up this morning. It's like, there's a system update, and you can't sign into PlayStation Network until then. So it can't do it overnight.
It's supposed to.
Okay.
That just never seems to work.
It is very hit or miss, so.
Yep.
So anyway, I have a question for you, chat. How do you wake up? Are you one alarm and raise from the sleep? Are you... I just have a really strong biological clock, and so I know exactly what time it is when I need to wake up. Or are you a hunt and peck alarm method like I am, where it's you set 13 alarms and then at one point you decide to get up on one of them?
That's me. Lots of alarms, lots of snooze buttons.
It reminds me of your GMS holiday special. No.
That is accurate.
No. No. Mike, do you instantly wake up when the birds sing?
Well, so no. My dogs. So my wife and I have this arrangement where during the week our little ones get up at about 5:30. So I wake up with them and then I come downstairs and I sleep on the couch till the girls come down for school and then whatever. So my wife is kind of my alarm clock for me, and the dogs are too. And she'll like punch me. And then my 9-year-old won't let me sleep past 9 on the weekend. She comes in and like jumps on the bed and wakes me up. But if I need an alarm, it's hit or miss. Sometimes it'll be 1 and up, and sometimes I have to set it for 45 minutes before I want to get up, because then it's just like snooze, 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 snooze. But I've started setting like my bedside alarm and my phone. And like moving the phone away. However, as Megan has discovered, I can sleep through the phone.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I was talking to an old roommate of mine in college a couple weeks back, and I was like, no, I really like getting up in the 4 o'clock hour, so this has been fantastic. And he's like, you? It's like, what do you mean? He's like, Mr. 13 alarms to wake up. And I was like, oh, no. That's still the case. But I just like to wake up at 4 in the morning. I even went to bed on time last night, which is frustrating. Nonetheless, we are here. So is Jack. So is K-Laugh. Keith Anthony, good morning to you as well. Kate Zaid, I am JF Downs. It is good to see everyone hanging out this morning, including some from the pre-show chat. I'm very excited about tonight because apparently on GMS After Dark with Lucas Myko, not only will it be an Easter egg tier list, but yet again, Mike is subjecting himself to some food punishment.
I mean, this one's not really punishment because I really like peanut butter eggs. And honestly, it doesn't appear that big. I'm pretty sure over the course of an hour, I could probably eat it.
A 6-ounce chocolate egg is what I'm reading.
I think so.
Okay.
Sure. I don't know. But I'm sure. I mean, I don't think this one's gonna make me have the poops. Well, I mean, actually, no, maybe it will. It's not gonna burn my mouth. That's what we'll say.
That's good.
My mouth will not. I will not cry as a result of this one on stream.
Well, there it is.
the
The first poop mention of the day. Mark it down.
Do you think the egg heard that and the egg's like, oh, I'll make you cry?
Now the egg's like in the fridge in the garage.
I'm
Because
gonna
I was
get
afraid
you.
it was gonna melt. There's nothing worse than like melty
Unless it's
melty
fridge cold.
peanut butter. Yeah.
Fridge cold peanut butter's not much better.
Yeah. Well, I'll take it out a little bit before.
It's like you're preparing for like a Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
You laid out the spread about 2 hours early.
So it's six ounces, and so I believe the rule is 5 minutes for every ounce. So you take it out.
Yeah. No, it's
What do you put it in the oven for?
6 hours.
Okay, good.
Megan will be like, what's in the oven? Nothing.
1 hour per ounce. Nice.
And other amazing news. So, I see the promo here. It says Chris M.E. and Dungeon Master and KJ. I have decided Chris M.E. is banned from the show. Not really. I tagged him out because I have another new guest who's never been on before, and it's a secret. It's Jordy, and I can't tell you until later on. It's Jordy Jasper. Who it's gonna be. So we have 2 new guests, and KJ is a confectionery whiz, and Jordy is an aficionado of chocolate. So
Chocolate.
it's Jordy Jasper.
Jordy was on when we signed on, so may still be playing if you want to lurk and such over at Jordy's stream. Kate Zaid says, I like a 30-minute warning alarm at 60, and I snooze it 3 times to be right on time when I have to sign in for work. Jack says 2 alarms, and it is a Viking conquest to find coffee or meaning in life. Okay. Keith says, I'm awake before my alarm every morning, guaranteed. Getting up at 4 a.m. for my job. It comes naturally to me. Wow, see, we have quite the range of folks with alarm preferences. Do you
It's
have
like the worst though. I don't know what it is about nature, but like I always wake up about 8 minutes before my alarms decide to go off. Is what it seems like, and then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to sleep for 8 minutes, and then like 2 hours later, you're like, oh crap, you know?
Yeah. It's the facts of life, or the alarms of life. That's alarming. Today, our topic of the day, it's National Scrabble Day. So we're asking, what is your favorite board game? It's also International Day of Pink, National Thomas Jefferson Day, National Make Lunch Count Day, and it's National Peach Cobbler Day.
I'm gonna make lunch count today.
No, I didn't yesterday, so I have to make it count today.
Is it like a basketball end one situation? Like, lunch, and it counts! Plus, they'll be shooting one.
But
Bonus
if you
lunch.
throw it away, yeah. Ooh, bonus lunch. I like it.
Okay.
And,
Hold on.
and one.
Anyone remember Frustration board game? And it's Keith
I know,
Anthony's
aggravation.
birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Keith. We'll do birthdays coming up at 6:50.
It's not his birthday for 30 minutes. Sorry, Keith. It can only be your birthday when we do birthday.
When we get to the birthday segment.
Yeah, you can't have him before then. I think it's in the Constitution.
The morning radio show Constitution.
Yep. They just can't have him before the official segment. It's a law.
I like
If it
that.
does, Bob.
Favorite board game? Anyone remember Frustration? I don't remember a board game called Frustration. Do you?
I know aggravation. I don't think I remember frustration.
That's called Frustration. There was a game called Perfection, which I don't really categorize as a board game, even though, you know, you put it in the board game closet. But it was the one with the different pieces. Like there was a moon-shaped one, and then like a cross-shaped one, and you had to put it in like this mold before the board went pop. So the whole time it's going
I
like
know what you're talking about. And it went, yep, and then at the end it went pop.
Yeah.
Go go.
That was their marketing thing. It was like pop goes perfection.
Yes, I remember that.
We had actually found one at a used like a thrift store and got it as a gift for our kids for Christmas one time. They liked it for a week.
This is stupid. I beat it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I conquered perfection. I'm perfect. Keith said frustration with the dice and the popping dome in the middle of the board and the color peg she had to get all the way home to win. So we called that trouble. Trouble.
Oh, trouble, yeah.
Huh, I didn't know there was different names for games.
Dude, Mousetrap is the worst. It took you longer to set up the game than to play.
Well, I thought part of the game was setting it up.
Well, I think you have to set up certain bits, don't you?
I thought it was like you'd like move around the board and then be like, okay, you've reached the point where you put the tower up.
See, this is one of those things that my kids have probably ruined for me because we made the mistake of getting Mousetrap, and like my kids didn't really like understand how to play very much. So like we ended up like, we would just set it up, and then my daughter would be like, okay, make it work, and then she'd be like, okay, and then walk away, and you're like, what the hell? It's like, sweetheart, come clean this up. Okay.
K-Lab's proposing, since Chris M.E. is the mayor of the internet, to have a band called Chris M.E. and the City Council. That could be a good band name. Chris M.E. and Splitting the Votes.
And that would be like their first album.
K-Lab says, I thought the game was setting it up, doing a Rube Goldberg a couple times and putting it away.
More or less. It's essentially what it is.
The one that I always wanted to play because the commercials were so good back in the 90s was Don't Wake Daddy, which was also another Rube Goldberg type game, I think. Or no, maybe you just pushed like a button at the base of the bed.
I think you just push the button for that one.
So it was like a game of chance.
My favorite game to play as a kid was, does Blockbuster have it in stock? That was my favorite.
Did they?
Usually no.
Yeah.
But we did have, so Blockbuster wasn't near, like super near our house. So there was this little like mom and pop one. And it was a cool one. They had a lot of stuff, and the guy was really nice. He'd give us popcorn when we'd take out a movie. But I remember there's some really weird placement because like all of the Sega games were in the back, on the back wall, next to the swinging door. And we all know where the swinging door went.
To the saloon!
Yeah, yep, to the saloon. And there was a red light in the saloon, and that was cool. But it would always be weird because like people would come out of the saloon, and I'd be like looking at Sega games. And one time, my Little League coach came out of the saloon.
Oh no!
That was really weird. Luckily, at that point, I didn't know what they were serving in there, so that was okay. When I got older, I was like, oh gosh. He would always want to pray before games and stuff. Now I know why. Pray for my soul, kids. But yeah. But I just thought it was weird, like super weird placement, right? You put the thing where all the kids are, like, or where the grown-ups go, like right next to where the kids constantly stand. You're like, what? It's weird.
I mean, you have to have the milk in the back, you know, so people shop the whole store. So
yeah, oh, true. There you go.
So kids were into games, and Little League coaches were into old West Time saloons.
Coach DeGrasso.
Why did he always have a big cowboy hat on? 6:24 West Coast time. It's 9:24 out east. 2:24 for those watching GMS in the UK. We know someone who frequents the saloon. In fact, he'll put down on the bar a single doubloon and say, "Please pour me a beverage, for I am thirsty." Bear, join us. Hurstly. And
So close.
just show up, please.
I don't know if Bear wants to be associated with the saloon that we're talking about.
Bear was really into his Sega games as well. Wink. We're gonna get into the news here in a second. Of course, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the world, and I feel like we can never do this show when there's not. Of course, the war in Ukraine continues, and there's days you'll look at updates of that, and things seemingly are getting much, much worse. And I feel like that was the case over the course of the last couple days. Just my perception, but it doesn't feel like things are getting better. And then yesterday, according to USA Today, residents in Brooklyn at a subway station, there was a shooting. At least 10 people were shot. 19 others have been taken to local hospitals. According to USA Today, there's been injuries from smoke inhalation to shrapnel wounds, and according to what I read this morning, the suspect is still at large. This morning, from CNN, at least 23 people were hurt on Tuesday after tornadoes touched down in Bell County, Texas, according to officials. So I felt like it was appropriate to at least acknowledge some of the things that are going on in the world, and if nothing else from us and our audience, sending out hope and information, to try to make things better. But I saw Claire Witchbaby, who is one of my favorite streamers and been someone who's very helpful to me, have to check in on Twitter because she's in New York, and people were asking, "Hey, are you all right?" Right? And I'm sure many of you might be connected to any of those areas, and of course, seeing a war continue is always tough. So I wanted to at least make some space for that this morning.
Yeah, the New York one was a little scary for me personally because I have a lot of friends in Brooklyn, especially because, the camp that I worked in upstate New York, a lot of the folks that would work there in the summer live in Park Slope and other parts of Brooklyn. And on Twitter, a friend of mine actually was on the train, not in the car, but they were like 2 cars over, and they said it was one of the scariest things they ever thought, and they didn't know what was next. And but yeah, that's terrifying. And if not for the negligence and ignorance of that dude, it could have been much worse. Or on the flip side, if you want to look at it, if not for the incredible fast actions of the other people on the trains, also could have been worse. So let's all just let's be what does Bill and Ted say? Be awesome. Crap.
Be awesome
Somebody
to one another.
Someone in chat. It might be whatever. Be awesome to each other. It's whatever Bill and Ted says.
Yeah. And
be excellent. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Wow, how did we not remember that line? Yeah. But to you two on the left side of the screen, I absolutely love and appreciate you both. And for everyone out there, just a quick note of love as we segue into news, which none of this is ever good to segue into, but just want to make some space for that. And if you can throw some hearts, or if you have any information that you think is worth spreading, a lot of these discussions can always continue in our Discord as well. Let's get the news at 6:28 on Gaming Morning Show. Here's your hashtag video game expert, Sean.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, April 13th, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. Bungie's made a little bit of a stance. Bungie said that they're going digital first, and many of their future roles are going to be fully remote. This is from Luke Plunkett of Kotaku. Some publishers and studios want people back in the office as soon as possible, but Bungie has decidedly gone the other way, saying that work from home is going to be their new norm, and that future hires will be designed to be fully remote rather than as a necessity. It'll be by design. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They've announced that most current and future roles will be fully remote across a range of states. They currently are approved for remote work throughout the West Coast and Texas and Florida and a couple other states. Looks like Illinois, North Carolina. think I got them all.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Especially, work from home has been really helpful for a lot of people, and I imagine the same is true in the gaming development world. And so it's good to see that someone's trying to figure out a way to make that a permanent option for people that need it or want it.
It's a huge bummer. Oh, good. Sorry. It's a huge bummer watching my Twitter feed now, because there's a lot of people who are like, ugh, stuck in traffic. Ugh, I'm stuck in the office. Billy farted. They're just like, it's real. I miss when people were like, yeah, work's actually okay, and now they're just going. So this is Bungie. Hey, hats off.
Yeah, I think in a video game space, especially where things like crunch and stuff have been a realistic problem as well, like working from home can provide a solution kind of for an ebb and flow industry for sure. I really want to be able to still work in the same place as other people, but I also would like to have control over that, right? And sometimes those two things don't mix. So I do hope that more places, like kind of like what Mike said, provide options where their workers are as happy as they possibly can be, given the context of their work. So this is cool, and if that works for a lot of folks at Bungie, then I think that makes sense. Plus, maybe it'll help with some of the environmental impact too, because less cars on the road and less things moving, so that could help too.
It also just opens up the job to a lot more people. Like, yeah, I'm not a developer, but living in Indiana, say I was a really great web developer, I can't afford to relocate to California or wherever the studio is. Like, gives me a chance to become a part of that and not have to worry about uprooting my family. So.
Yep. You can get the best people no matter where they are, or their ability to relocate. So that's cool. Bungie also made, during the initial wave of the pandemic, they made a short documentary about how they transitioned to work from home. And that is in the link that we provided. So I haven't seen that, so I'll probably watch that later. So you can check that out if you're interested. In our second news story, Ghost of Tsushima has a movie. I believe we've talked about that even at least in passing. And they've landed Takashi Dosher as the writer of the movie. This is from Marcus Stewart of Game Informer. The screenplay will be written by said writer. His writing credits include writing and directing 2019's Only, the Hulu exclusive film Still, and the ESPN documentary A Fighting Chance. Now he'll be penning the screenplay for Ghost of Tsushima's big screen adaptation, which is helmed by John Wick director Chad Stahelski. So this could be fun. Or it could be another video game movie that's terrible. We'll see.
That was a super fun game to watch people play. So
yeah, I still need to go back and finish that game.
Is that a PS5 exclusive, or is that?
No, it was PS4, and then they did a director's cut on the PlayStation 5. And it is getting, if not already has a PC version.
Oh,
sick!
There you go, Mike. Like how you were like,
another
no,
game
it was on PS4. It's like, oh, he's so sad. So.
Yeah, they've been doing a better job of speeding up the PlayStation exclusive to PC porting. And I'm not sure where this one is in that timeline, but I'm pretty sure it's been announced, if not out already.
Oof, thank goodness.
In our last news story, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is a game we've talked a couple times about, and experts have said that by the looks of it, it might be too big for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh no.
Which many have speculated that Breath of the Wild 2 could be a cross-gen title, spanning the gap between the Nintendo Switch and then whatever might come next, even if that's just a Nintendo Switch Pro. But over on Digital Foundry, first Richard Ledbetter, John Lineman, and Alex Battaglia dissected the most recent Breath of the Wild 2 footage, pointing out that a couple of details that suggest that the next big Zelda game might be too big to perform on the current Switch hardware. They do go into detail, but to summarize, they say, quote, "The trailer was interesting because the image quality seemed quite good. This is Lineman speaking. I was a little bit surprised by how sharp and clear this looked compared to the original in general. Then they dove into specifics, saying that the volumetric clouds present in the footage would be hard for the current 2017 Switch to pull off. The camera cuts with perfect anti-aliasing are something even the Xbox Series X struggles with. And then they say it could be the next Switch. It could just be that they rendered out a trailer on higher resolution and higher settings. However, Nintendo generally doesn't release trailers at a higher quality than the final product, with one exception being the draw distance for the original Breath of the Wild. So we will see as we learn more over the next few months. It's Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 has recently been delayed to spring 2023, so they do have some time to get those announcements out, and we'll see if hardware announcements are paired with continued information from the Zelda Breath of the Wild camp.
I hate that. Hey, there's this really sweet, awesome game you've been waiting forever to come out, but you have to buy a whole new system to play it. Haha, suckers.
Maybe you can play half of
it. My guess / assumption, just because they have a history of this, is if this is being developed as a Switch predecessor game, that it will get a version on the Switch. It may just not be as pretty. So it'll be playable on the Switch.
Pretty, but
yep.
Ooh, I can see like a corner.
The polygons, they're hurting my eyes.
Oh no! I saw maybe a pic. Oh wait, no, that's just dirt.
My clouds aren't volumetric. I need volumetric clouds.
These clouds look so 2D. Lame, unplayable.
0 to 10, wouldn't play again.
Nerd
Always
alert!
last but not least, we finished today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the World Renowned segment, within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Pad of Time out on the Switch. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning, barely eking out Pad of Time, is Car Detailing Simulator out on the PC.
Car detailing simulator?
Yeah. It's not even like car wash simulator. It's car detailing simulator.
Well, there's probably, the car wash, to be fair, like you're basically a couple minutes and then you're done. What if you're going straight through like an automatic car wash, or you're using the hose, but like detailing, you got to get like the Q-tips out and the vacuum. You got to switch the different nozzles on the vacuum and get into the crevices, and then you got to be like, how did that sock get there? That just doesn't make any sense. So
in my mind, this is just a car version of Power Washing Simulator. Yeah. And if that was the case, it could be fun.
I was about to say, they only make simulator games of things that nobody actually wants to do, but that was Power Washing Simulator anyway, so.
Wow, man, that game still is so good. Still coming out with updates and new levels.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's moments where I just sit back and I get to enjoy you two nerding out about nerdy things. That Zelda thing was just quite amusing to observe for me. It's great. I love it.
Do you guys like detailing your car? Do you do it, or do you have someone else do it?
I actually don't. I don't mind doing it and get some enjoyment out of doing it. It's just a low priority in terms of time available. So if it needs to be done now, it's someone else that's going to do it.
I get more joy out of someone else doing it. A lot more.
My 9-year-old got me one of those like GAC things or whatever it is for Christmas as like a stocking stuffer. It's like gel like stuff where you like it's supposed to get all the cracks and crevices, and you like put it in the vents and you put it like and it's it was really neat for like 2 minutes. And then it started like you got stuff in it, and then you're like, okay, now what do I do with it? Like,
all right, now this stuff is gross.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to.
Now I need a GAC detailer to take care of this.
It sat in my center console for a good day, so I was like, I don't want to touch that.
It's
so gross.
Well, congratulations to Car Detailing Simulator. You are a GMS name in the morning, and if you missed any of the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, Easiest place to find it, go to our Twitter.
Hashtag GMSMorningGamingNews.
If you're a Patreon subscriber, when we get to our Name of the Month giveaways, you are eligible to win already. In fact, we had some Patreon subs win our last one, January Name of the Month. Look for a February Name of the Month announcement very soon at Watch GMS on Twitter. You can also follow Look It's Myco, Sportside Gaming, and myself. It is now 6:40 on this West Coast clock that I have in front of me. It's 9:40 out on the East Coast. We're happy that you're here. I promise. Quiet I'm Gaming and Drew Mega have both checked in. Quiet said, I mean, the last 2 Zelda games were both cross-gen, not last 2 of the last 3, to be specific. And Drew Mega's been able to work
7 of the last 12
from home for the last 12 years and loves it. In my opinion, most cases working remote has so many advantages over working in the office. All right. It's also 2:40 in the UK.
What?
Sorry. I left you hanging there for so
He was
long.
holding that in there.
Man,
I worried for a second.
I didn't mean to go to the
He was
East
gonna pass
Coast. I didn't realize if I got to the East Coast, I had to finish the loop. So sorry. Hefty almost killed
pulled
Sean.
something.
Yeah, Hefty almost killed Sean this morning. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
I feel much better.
Bear, help him! Bear. As we check in with Look It's Myco's tracking at this hour.
Well, let's. Where did the thing go? There it is. There's some news today. Hold on.
Oh no, Mike. He's gone. Oh, he's back. Did you just pull a tie out of your
news.
sleeve?
Today's the day you felt like you needed to get the coat back out?
It was staring at me. I think the tie's backwards, but that's fine. I felt very bad that it hasn't been used in a minute. So today, let's talk about San Francisco. This closes the loop on something we talked about previously. This comes from Ben Hooper from Oopie Magazine. An unusual traffic stop was caught on camera in San Francisco when police pulled over a car that turned out to be completely unoccupied. The San Francisco Police Department confirmed officers stopped the vehicle in the Richmond district when it was observed after driving after dark without its headlights activated. A video captured by a witness shows officers approaching the car after it pulled over and expressing surprise to find it empty. The autonomous vehicle was a taxi operated by Cruise, a company majority owned by General Motors. Our AV yielded to the police vehicle, then pulled over to the nearest safe location for the traffic stop, as intended, because that's what it does when it gets pulled over, I guess. Not runs. An officer contacted Cruise personnel, and no citation was issued. The company said San Francisco police are aware of how to deal with driverless cars. We work closely with the SFPD on how to interact with our vehicles, including a dedicated phone number for them to call in situations like this, the company tweeted. Crew said a maintenance team took control of the car to deal with the headlight issue. Whew. What a crazy story. Yeah, there was no drivers in the driverless vehicle. Good thing they didn't run.
Where'd they go?
Back to you.
Is it a magician's car?
Whoa.
That's good. I'm happy you closed the loop on that one because I was wondering how it was going to end.
It abducted the police. That would be pretty funny.
Watching you get the tie off. Oh, I thought you were going to go over the headphones. It's like, that's extra pressure.
That's a recipe for disaster.
The best part was when you pulled the tie out of your sleeve like a...
It was. There's not a rabbit up here. There's a tie.
Good morning, KWNT. Thank you for being here. We are a morning radio show that plays games. We have a couple of things that we're asking you about today on the show. One is, of course, it's National Scrabble Day. So what is your favorite board game? We've heard Frustration from the UK crowd, which we equated to Trouble here in the US. And then we are also asking you, how many alarms does it take for you to wake up? It's kind of like the Tootsie Pop thing, where it's like, how many licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? How many alarms does it take to wake your booty up and get out of bed?
More than 3.
HFW is amazing, says KWNT. No, Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh yeah, I got it. I was wondering why we were talking about airports.
And since you're on YouTube too, we have our entire GMS plays of that game available on a playlist there. So if you want to check it out, you can. What were some of your favorite moments?
Man, just start to finish, it was really good. The light spoilers for like kind of the end of Act 1.
Spoiler tease!
But the fact that you kind of had a base, a central base, and you slowly acquired friends that were there to help you was really cool. It felt way more like you were growing a team as opposed to the first one, which you start to meet multiple characters and stuff, but it always felt kind of like a lone wolf situation, which story-wise makes sense with Aloy and the way she was an outcast and lost her father figure, and then in this one she kind of had to grow as a character and learn how to rely and trust others. And that whole process was pretty cool.
You can check it out, youtube.com/GamingMorningShow, and please subscribe. I like playing cards 13 and hand and foot, said Groggy. Also, Sequence is fun. Man, Sequence is a fun game, and it's like a hybrid board game, card game. Yeah, I like Sequence. KWNT says 3 alarms. Wow, you actually do the 3 alarm system. That's pretty impressive. And Monopoly, if that's considered Scrabble. It's funny because I was thinking about that question this morning, and I've always put Scrabble in a different category than, say, like a Monopoly or the Game of Life. Like, one feels like a strategy board game, and the other one feels like a word board game.
Scrabble and chess were the 2 games my dad played. We have the same. So my dad lived with us for a little bit, but we bought Scrabble so him and I could play. And now my daughters are like, "Can we play Scrabble?" I'm like, "Sure." And then they're like, that's okay. Whatever.
It took me
We tried to do like bro. Was a good one. Lots of abbreviations. Like, whatever, yeah, sure.
It took me forever to finally beat one of my parents at chess. Like, forever. I was probably like 19. Like, a long time. Because chess was like not good for my patience. I was not a patient person, so I'd make mistakes. Because like, oh, I'm gonna go here, and I was like, oh no. Always. Bounce over to Twitch. Well, thank you for joining us over here. Yeah, we're available on all of the platforms: Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and GamingMorningShow.tv. Trivial Pursuit for me. I like card and dice games better though, said Kayla. I like Trivial Pursuit, and I learned the other day that I think they still make updated versions, because I was wondering with the internet if they were like, nah, this is unnecessary.
My family won't play Trivial Pursuit with me because I'm a vast pit of useless knowledge, so I always win. So I'm really sad.
I think I'd like Trivial Pursuit, but I only played it when I was a kid. We played a version that was made in the like 70s, and so I didn't know any of it that was like, especially like pop culture and sports, and like it was outside of my child knowledge base. And then I think Trivial Pursuit, the like video game version, does a pretty good job because they have a lot of questions and they're very specific. Like if it's made in 2014, they'll have the question will say like, as of 2014, this. So it kind of sets the context pretty well.
Groggy says Shell's family has a game day after Christmas and we just play board games and eat cookies. Wasn't that the Duke Nukem line? Gonna play board games and
Ready
eat
playthrough and they live. I don't like. I'm really glad my family doesn't watch the show because I really hate playing board games with my family. Because especially when my oldest is in town, because games take like 75 hours. Because they always try to like overthink. Like we'll play Clue, and like their turn will be over, and I'll be like, Nicholas, are you done? And they're like, no, but you've moved. Are you? No, hold on. I'm like, what the heck? But and then the little kids too. Like I wow, I don't have the patience for
We play a Ticket to Ride, like the first edition of it, with my son, and that game's kind of fun for little kids. But some of the other ones that are little kid focused, like Chutes and Ladders and stuff, I can't do.
Oh,
for
I'm
much
a
long.
champ at Chutes and Ladders. Candyland. Whew. I know how to cheat really well. I know how to pick up a card and put it down really quickly without the kids noticing I looked at it, so I can find like the ice cream space that takes you all the way to the end.
How'd this game only last 10 seconds?
Dad, how did you win? I don't know. I'm good.
Luck of the draw, kids. Luck of the draw. It's now
You guys should get better, noobs.
6:51 on the West Coast, 9:51 out East, 2:51 for those watching in the UK. Drew Mega, unpopular opinion here. I'm a huge fan of the first Horizon. Playing HFW, I was really into it in the beginning, but over time it started to feel tiresome. Like, just too many unnecessary quests and some of the fighting mechanics fell off. I actually stopped playing it about 2/3 of the way through. I'll probably go back and finish it at some point, but kind of disappointed.
Just because he's not good at it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, get good.
Wow.
Good noob.
Drew Mega, you can always watch, of course, the YouTube exclusive and check it out if you would like.
In talking to a couple people, actually, Colty was one of these. We were talking about the game, and multiple people ran into situations where, kind of like you're saying, like something felt off or it was feeling repetitive. Decrease the difficulty. Just there's nothing wrong with just making it easier to focus on the parts that you care about. And had I not been playing, specifically recording like a let's play of it, there are definitely times I probably would have just decreased the difficulty just to get through some parts that felt more repetitive, that I just you kind of get in a situation you're like, this isn't why I'm enjoying the game, and you just decrease it and make that go faster and get through.
Ease the pain. That's always a good philosophy. KWNT says, what other games do you guys play while talking? We only play Rocket League right now. We have occasionally played Monopoly on this show, and that game is technically still going on somewhere. Could you imagine if we like accrued interest in Monopoly while we're not playing it?
We played like 2 turns of life one time.
That is true. What if squatters move into our properties on Monopoly, and then like we go back and we're like, oh, I don't own Boardwalk anymore. There's this family that's here now.
That's true. That's true. We have played, K-Laughs at Apex and COD. We have played those in the past. There will be eventually a time where, if we can all get on the same page, maybe some Mario Kart. So that has been discussed. But yeah, Rocket League's our primary game. Groggy says, play Exploding Kittens or Throw Burrito. You have both of those games, don't you, Sean?
Yeah, we backed Exploding Kittens when it was a Kickstarter thing, and then it came out, and like the artwork is really, really cool, and the humor's top notch. And then we played it like once or twice, and we never really went back to it. Throw Burrito's fun, especially with the kids. You get to throw things at people, and that's always a good thing.
All right, it's time for birthdays this day in gaming history. Next hour we'll have sports, so we can talk more about the Broncos, because that's always fun for me. That's at 7:50 a.m. this morning. List of the day coming up at 7:25 a.m. Theo will be here for the final 2 hours as well. That has actually been confirmed, so excited about that. If you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know, because we would love to celebrate with you, and you saw it in the chat earlier this morning. Keith Anthony has a birthday today from our audience. Who knew?
Happy birthday now, Keith Anthony.
Oh yeah, that's true. We had to wait till this moment in time. Your birthday is officially
now
happened.
it's your birthday.
given that I think you're in the UK, you can just ignore like the first 15 hours from today.
Yeah, don't pay any attention to that stuff. It's just
Didn't count in the least. So to you, Keith Anthony, it's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Toot, toot.
Also, we haven't seen Laza for a while, but Laza Bean, I met through Kiki Low a while ago. So Laza Bean's been in our audience before too. Also has a birthday.
I haven't seen that.
So to you, Laza Bean, it's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Toot, toot.
Celebrity birthdays today. Paul Sorvino, the actor, has a birthday today. 83.
Did you know that his daughter is Mira Sorvino? That's not a fun fact, though. His actual fun fact is appeared as Worf's foster brother in an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
So, Mira, I swear I've heard of Mira Sorvino.
She was in the movie with Phoebe, the something high school reunion.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Because I say this picture has Dee Dee
Something in
Sorvino
the show.
and Paul Sorvino, but also Gerard Butler. So,
Gerard Butler Sorvino.
Gerard Butler is Paul Sorvino's attached twin.
today is Ron Perlman's 72nd birthday.
Hey. Ooh. Do you know that he played a goblin named Narlac in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Is that like the Snorlax?
Sure. Yeah.
Or the Lorax?
He also was in Sons of Anarchy as Clay.
Oh, you said
And
Lack.
he's the red guy with the horns.
Narlac.
What's his name? Hellraiser?
Hellboy.
Hellboy.
Hellboy. Yeah, whatever. Same difference. It's like the prequel to Hellraiser.
Just like Deadpool and the Green Lantern are the same person. Am I right?
It's true.
Coming soon, Hefty Talks comic books. Singer Peabo Bryson is 71 today.
Fun fact, he's been nominated for 8 Grammy Awards during his career. We get to play the game!
Oh, how many was it?
8. Nominated for 8.
All right, so nominated for
Okay.
8. That means we have to guess how many wins
Yeah.
for Peabo Bryson. You can go first today, Mike.
I'm going to go with 5.
5 is from Maiko. When the
5.
didgeridoo plays from Bob, your answer is locked in. I will go 3 wins. 3 wins.
With 8 nominations, Peabo Bryson has won twice.
Yeah!
Yes.
Although technically,
Congratulations.
Price is Right rules I went over, so
Oh, yeah, but this is GMS rules, so it's fine.
closest. Bandleader rock musician Max Weinberg turned 71 today.
Wow. I was trying to figure out who they were showing in the picture because he looks really different.
Well, he doesn't have a drum set in front of him.
He also doesn't have glasses on, or
Cover like his two-thirds of his body and
Hold on, I
pretend
can
your hand
find-
is a drum set.
see, I got these 2 things. I'll pretend these are drums.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, Max.
Oh yeah! Look at that. That's crazy.
It's like the controversy the other day where they were saying that nobody could recognize Zooey Deschanel without
without
her
bangs.
bangs. And there was a
Saw
picture, and
that.
I was like, I would have not recognized Zoe. Also, Zooey Deschanel's dating one of the Property Brothers.
Ew, really?
Yeah, what?
Awful.
You take
They're
no.
they're scam artists.
They're not scam artists.
I'll send you.
well,
a
all
thing.
of HGTV is
They're
scammy.
scammers.
But man,
No,
they're
they like
handsome.
half-ass their work and leave people with like giant bills,
So did the Fixer Upper folks.
and they
Yeah, I think-
suck too.
That's just a TV producer problem.
They're so handsome while doing it, though. Actor Ricky Schroder turns 52 today.
What a picture! Is this like a militia meeting at the Audience Network? He's appeared as a nurse on Scrubs and as a doctor in the Lifetime series Strong Medicine, because he stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Your love, it's like strong medicine.
Oh my gosh.
Actress Allison Williams is 34 today.
Oh, she's the daughter of former NBC News anchor Brian Williams.
Hmm.
I think she got big in was she in Orange is the New Black? No, Girls. She was in Girls. That's what she's quote unquote known for.
And then Hannah Marks turns 29 today.
Which one's Hannah Marks? She related to Richard Marks? She's made guest appearances on TV shows such as Ugly Betty, Numb 3RS, and Criminal Minds.
Nice.
Did you ever see Numb 3RS before? It's a good one. I have no idea.
Do you need the drummer thing for Max Weinberg, or?
No, we kind of did that already.
Yeah.
Is he here too?
Do we have any other drummer birthdays?
No, that was the only one.
Rapper Ty Dolla is 40. He's like a drummer because he says boom, probably. It's a lot of birthdays.
Probably. Ooh, speaking of chess, no longer with us birthday for Gary Kasparov.
Yeah, he was good. He's good. It's actor comedian Caroline Ray's 58th birthday. She was one of the aunts on Sabrina the Teenage Witch,
and also hosted was always on Hollywood Squares. Was always on the board back in the day.
It's singer Lou Bega's 47th birthday.
Yeah.
I need a little Veronica in my life, a little hefty goof by my side. Sports Gaming's all I need. Chris and me is all I see. Kate Zaid in the sun. I am JF Downs all night long.
Mentioned Hollywood Squares. Somebody else who was always on Hollywood Squares was Gilbert Gottfried. Died yesterday at 67.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he had a long-term heart condition.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw some explanation article about what that illness was, because was it a little more rare, or
yeah, it's on the more rare side.
I TLDR'd it, so
yeah, it's sad.
So
67 too. You only 2 more years.
Last week they were talking about people were sharing he was doing cameos as of Friday.
Yeah.
Wow. So rest in peace. Was it Fiago, the parrot from
Iago?
Who?
Iago.
This day in gaming history, we have 2 from before 1995. So that means Sean gets to play lawsuit or not lawsuit. Quickly, 1983.
This smells like a double, not a lawsuit.
Oh wow, gonna lock both of the answers in right away. When Bob plays the didgeridoo, you are locked in. 1983, Atari signs a long-term agreement with Williams Electronics, giving Atari first refusal rights to Williams coin-operated games for home video games and computer games. At that time was not a lawsuit, but could have led to a lawsuit.
Ding!
Either way, you're correct. 1992, Nintendo releases The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for Super Nintendo.
Ding, ding, ding!
That's 2 for 2. Nice work. In 2010, Ubisoft, don't call me Ubisoft, releases Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction video game for Xbox 360. That was in 2010.
Nice.
All right, that completes the first hour. When we come back, we will have a list of the day and sports. We are a morning radio show that plays games. Welcome and thank you for the follow to KWNT. Good morning to you, Official Roulette, as well. If you want to hang out and chat, definitely talk with the great folks who are in there. We follow our radio format, but then we'll check in with chat and incorporate what you're saying into the conversation as well. Theo joins us next hour, which is very exciting because we have not seen Theo for a while. Our list of the day will be Connect 4. That's not really a board game, but it's a board game. Ha 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 ha. I'm funny, but honestly, there's a lot of really weird games. Let's explore 10 of them. Do you think Nick Cage plays any of these? Doubtful. Of course, what a top 10 list we have for you coming up next hour. Thank you for being here. It is the weekend of the week, Wednesday, April 13th, 2022, and you have Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.
time. Got liquor on the table, I don't mind. Where the night goes, your skin on mine. I see no other people, love is blind. But that's alright though. Pull me down, drown me in this thing I'm feeling. Round and round, my world is turning upside down. Tell me how I could be the one you're needing, girl. Your touch is driving me wild. I want your body on there. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on there. This moment is magic, I want you to stay. Gin and lime, I love it when you're playful. Give it time, I'll make you mine, girl. Your hand in mine, I'll lead you far away, girl. So divine, our lips touch, our eyes close. Pull me down, drown me in this thing I'm feeling. Round and round, our world is turning upside down. Tell me how I could be the one you're needing, girl. Your touch is driving me wild. I want your body on there. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on there. This moment is magic, I want you to stay. I want your body on there. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on there.
All right, let's gather round to read the Moose book. There was a mooster in Worcester. There's a moose loose about the hoose. Shake it loose in your hoose, that moose. I would call it a truce with the moose, maybe spruce up the hoose. Dr. Seuss writing about the hoose in which the moose shook loose an overused spruce. The moose that encountered a truck's caboose is the moose named Bruce. I'm loose, said the moose, Bruce, as he threw up a deuce. Fun fact, Bruce the moose actually starred in Footloose. Snitches get stitches like mooses get looses. Obtuse rubber goose, green moose, guava juices. Goose and moose called a truce over being loose around Bruce. A moose nuisance is a moosance. You better write about the moose, no excuse.
Explode me, explode me, give it all to me, give it all to me. Explode me, explode me, give it all to me, give it all to me. Give it all to me, give it all to me, give it all to me. Let me give it all to me.
Pumpkin spice latte time! It was pretty okay.
You make me feel like I've got dynamite inside. You make me feel so free.
Please do not Google that, especially at work.
Till you're here by my side. Light that fire in me.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, List of the Day, and Sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning! Gamer, welcome back. It's Gaming Morning Show. It is the Wednesday edition, the weekend of the week, as it is so affectionately known. April 13th, 2022. Thanks for being along with us. It is Sean, Mike, and now Theo joining me. I'm Hefty Goof. Good morning to you, Theo. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? It's been a while.
Did you go to the land of bubblegum and Candyland?
I did, and mushroom caps or something. I don't know.
So, also, can you do the waving thing again? You have rain sticks on your wrist. That's fantastic.
Oh, they are kind of jingly. They're like rain sticks.
They're like
sounding.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
My ASMR bracelet.
we hear everything. Theo. Everything.
Even when you're not on the show, we have.
Creepy.
Remember, I sent you that microphone, so.
even when it's not plugged in.
Exactly. It is so good to see you. Miss Theo is a regular to the show, of course. Jack of all trades, a Theo of all trades, and a Reiki master. A great follow on Instagram. Go to I am Miss Theo on Instagram to follow along with Miss Theo's adventures. We are going to have a top 10 list today because today is National Scrabble Day. And it's going to be about board games. So we're asking everyone. We'll now ask you, Theo. What is your favorite board game?
Ooh, it depends on the mood, you know. Monopoly's always a good one if you want to get into really like intense fights for like 5 hours. So that's a good one. I always wanted to play Sorry, but no one wanted to play Sorry with me. Game of Life, that's a good one. But aren't we all playing that now? Isn't that exciting?
So you're saying that you would be like, hey, can we play Sorry? And then people in your family would be like, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
The irony.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Sorry was one of my favorites when I was a kid, but looking back on it, I think part of it was because my sister hated that game, and I think that just made me like it more. So we played that frequently as a family, and she just hated it the whole time.
You're like, sorry, not sorry.
Were you being spiteful?
Probably. I mean, I was a little brother, so that was kind of my job, was to...
The dynamics of sibling rivalries. So fun. It is great to see you, though. Welcome back. We'll talk more about what you're up to. List of the day, as I mentioned, coming up later on in this hour. Also, we'll check in with Look It's Mike, go see what Mike is tracking at this hour. An unexpected visitor on the roof. And it was a polar bear? Question mark? Dun, dun, dun.
We'll never know.
We're also asking this morning, chat, and as Dungeon Meowster KJ Scott Chick 360 has checked in. Last checkpoint. It's good to see you right before the break. We also saw Roulette. We've seen KWNT, who followed us this morning on Twitch. Culty Vibes is here. Many, many, many others. How do you wake up? How good are you at, like, the first time you hear your alarm bouncing out of bed?
You guys know I just literally roll out of bed for this, right? I'm like horizontal burrito. I lay my hair down a little bit, maybe put a little like bronzer on just to look alive. But that's pretty much it.
Nice.
It's hard to get up. I have to like give myself a pep talk to get myself up.
You forgot about what it's like to be up this early.
I'm trying to get excited about good morning, it's a day. I just love bed and I love sleep. That's what I'm saying.
Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
fair. No, not at all.
Nothing wrong with that. It's also International Day of Pink. I assume that's the color and not the musician. Could be both, to be honest.
Sure.
National Thomas Jefferson Day, National Make Lunch Count Day, and National Peach Cobbler Day. I haven't had a peach cobbler in forever.
Same.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had a peach cobbler.
I don't know why.
It's probably been a minute.
But fruit cobblers seem like they just take longer. Probably not true.
What?
We've done apple cobbler, not in the not too distant past, but I think I might be the only one that likes peaches in my family, so that might explain it for us. But
Peaches
yeah,
for free. So good. Peach cobbler is so good. Yum. Yeah, come on. Good job. Good job. I know it's been a while.
Can't leave us hanging like that.
Do you know where peaches come from?
From a tree.
From down in Georgia.
From a can.
And
Yeah.
And then
who put them there?
The man.
the presidents of the what is that band called?
You were right on there. You should have finished it up.
Yeah, you
Presidents
got
of the
it.
United States
No, what-
of America.
Oh, that's it. Oh, it really is just presidents of the United States of America.
She's like, they really did name the band after that. Yes, they did. Rarely do I hear my alarm, says KJ. Generally, wake before it goes off. K-Laugh says I'm pretty good about one alarm in it. Wow. K-Laugh, that's
Of course he
impressive.
is.
We salute you.
Probably because he has Scrapple waiting for him. And he smells it. You know the commercial? It's like the best part of waking up
Yes.
is Scrapple in your cup, and he's got that like
Scrapple.
Kyle just floats
Gross.
to it.
Like a cartoon.
Yeah.
No,
That would
no
be
thirst.
amazing. I would love to get up that way out of bed, just floating out of bed. That would be amazing.
But for Scrapple?
But I don't know what Scrapple is.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. we should leave it a
Imagine
mystery.
something terrible, and then there you go.
Go ahead, K-Laugh. You can let Theo know. Scott Chick says my one alarm goes off and I roll grumpily out of bed. I love that. Grumpily. And head to make coffee.
I don't drink coffee, but I love the smell of coffee.
It is a quality smell.
Yeah, it's a nice homey smell. I don't know. It feels good, cozy.
That's why the best part of waking up was cheap coffee in your cup.
You're not wrong.
Get your Dunkin' coffee.
Heck yeah, hazelnut.
Do you have is it hazelnut like beans or do you put hazelnut stuff into it?
I buy the grounds and it says hazelnut in the bag.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
No, it's infused with hazelnut.
And then I drink it.
Yeah, I mean whatever they say is what we go with.
Mike's like, I'm no scientist. This is what we do. So, Quiet says, I'm really hoping. Says Quiet.
Great.
That I can move positions soon. Might give me the opportunity to wake up at a more sane hour, like 9 or 10. Hey, if anybody wants,
Yeah.
you know, a how to wake up at 4 in the morning tutorial, I'm happy to provide.
Do you just get up in the morning?
No. I need to have 13 alarms, but when when it's time, the thing that I miss the most, I don't usually need to have 13 per se. What I miss the most is being able to have the one that is actually, really ridiculously loud, so I actually get out of bed. Because what I like is I like having the one that I can snooze for a little bit, but then I need that one that's like, so I can just get out of bed. But because I have a partner in said bed and I have children in the house, I can't wake all of them up, or else I am a dead person.
Yeah, Megan's not a big fan of the wah 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 when she gets real cranky real fast.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's like jolting. It's like, hello, good morning.
But I need that to get up, otherwise.
Yeah.
Like Megan has the one where it's like the radio, and it like slowly gets louder.
Oh.
But I mean, there's no way that would ever work.
No, that's just the great. Now I don't even have to snooze it because I just won't wake up.
For me, I'd be like, wait, I'm at work. Wait, no, because I remember you have to wake up at 3:45 for a radio shift back in the day. And be like, oh, I'm already here. I'm having a dream that I'm here.
Okay, have you guys ever had? Well, I tried this thing once or a few times where I put the alarm like across the room, so I would have to actually get up, right? But then it's going off in your dream, and you think you got up and turned it off, but it hasn't actually gone off, and it's just continuously going off.
I'm really bad at waking up. Like I will snooze a lot, right? And I, especially in my single days, my college days, would frequently put my alarm across the room to try to get up easier. And I became an expert at getting up out of bed, snoozing the alarm, going back to bed, to the point where when I lived in a studio apartment in LA, I had a bunk bed, and the bottom was like a futon. So basically, that was my couch and bed in one. And I would be sleeping on the top bunk, get out of it, walk across the room, snooze the alarm, run and jump, like high jump back into my bed, all like 20 times every morning, because I just am that bad at waking up.
Oh, man.
It's amazing what you can train yourself to do.
Yes.
It's like the Olympic athlete of snoozing.
That's what I always called you. It's like Sean's old nickname, the Olympic athlete of snoozing.
I sleep like the dead. So a lot of those, like Megan was like, "Oh, I saw this. Let's give it a try," because I'm a really bad morning person. And I was like, "All right." So I like put my iPhone across the room and set like 2 alarms on it. And I didn't wake up. It was going off, and Megan was like, "Are you awake?" And I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "Your alarm's been going off for like 10 minutes." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was just like, it doesn't. Yeah, I'll sleep through a nuclear blast.
Yeah, Hefty Wife got the assist this morning because she nudges me. She's like, it's like 5:38. And I was like, what? So, because that rarely happens to me where I'm like, even
and
close.
Then she's like, it's 1:38 in the UK.
And then Hefty's son pops in the room and he's like, doodly-doo, and leaves.
That's great. That's great. You can click on that link. Pot USA Peaches is what K-Laugh has posted in the chat. Heads roll if I don't get coffee in the morning, says Scott Chick. K-Laugh, Scrapple is pork trimmings, cornmeal, flour, and spices in a loaf. It's kind of like Spam, but K-Laugh editorializes that it's actually tastier.
That actually sounds kind of good.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Man.
Because it's in a bread. It's pork in a bread. It was spices.
Pork in a bread. It was put there by a man.
Because Asians, we put meat in bread things all the time.
But it's like it's the term pork trimmings that like it seems like
I guess what's included in the pork trimmings.
Yeah, we're like in the 3rd level of pork. Like we've used all the good pork, and now we're on to like the crappy but good pieces of pork, and now it sounds like we're using like what's left.
I guess it depends on who you are, right? Because some people love like pig snout, pig's feet.
And that's my
you
point
know.
is like I haven't dove into that world much, so like the idea of liver still sounds.
Liver is too irony for me. It's too blue.
My father ate liverwurst all the time. It was the liverwurst. I like how you half-assed your for me.
Oh.
Like it's so old habit. Like yeah, Hefty's here.
Who needs a soundboard?
That was actually my full brunch, by the way. But
that's Max.
I'm not the sound person. That's Sean. Okay.
Oh my god.
It's funny because when it's just you and me, Ryan, and Sean's not here to do all the sound stuff, sometimes I can tell you're like waiting for me to do it. I'm like, I'm like, two.
KJ says, tip for waking up: get 3 cats and forget their food bowl before you go to bed.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay, that's.
Instead of us both being there to try to block him, they took us both out. I was trying to jump over you, so we had like a 2-prong approach. It didn't work.
I got a piece of it. So.
Who's the one with the cowboy hat?
It's me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my
You
Broncos
couldn't tell
car.
by
With
his
the cowboy
orange car or whatever color it is this time.
Oh,
I have
it's a
blue
Bronco
wheels. It's very obvious which team I'm on. K-Laugh says, getting up and having something to do helps, even something simple like opening the curtains or making the bed.
That's a good point, actually. Like, if you have to get up to do something.
Hefty Wife really dislikes it when I make the bed and she's still in it.
You're tucking her into it. You're like folding her like she's not there. Put the pillow on top of her.
It's like, excuse me. I'm so sorry.
I'm using this.
All right, we got list of the day coming up after this game. coffee. It's delicious.
Brought to you by our sponsor.
I wish my coffee maker didn't take like 12 years to make a cup of coffee. Because then I could get it in the break. But it takes so long. It takes 7.5 minutes to make a cup, to brew.
Wow.
So it's like, oh no! Oh, hey.
There you go. I'll just put it right in front of you.
One of the other team hit me in the back. That's what did it. Like, watch.
You didn't have to do anything. You just had to be there.
The old reverse goal from Look It's Myco. I was so mad because I had a perfect follow on you, and I was like, oh, that's going to hit right. I'll have a follow, and then someone blew me up. Like, ran into me rear-ended, and I was like, ah! Like, that rarely happens. KJ says, I always make the bed while the spouse is still asleep. Do you really? You take care of, like, your side of the bed?
Rude.
Does your significant get out? Help, I'm trapped!
I can't feel my legs.
When I'm with you. But I love it.
That's face.
Quiet says, to me, though, it's like I have to do those things. Like, my day is not going to be ruined if I don't make the bed. There's science. I know you won't believe me. There's science that if you make the bed first thing when you wake up, your day will be better. Science!
It does.
Wow, my days suck.
Just make the damn bed. Do it now.
Yeah, it definitely sets the tone. It sets the tone for the day, for sure.
It's a lot of work.
All right, thank you everyone who's here. Thank you, Isabel, for the subscription on YouTube. We really appreciate it. If you would like to become a Patreon subscriber, you can go to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. There are many Patreon perks. And if you go over to Look It's Myco's channel, they have Mike has 4 different emote slots reserved for GMS. So if you subscribe to Mike's channel on Twitch, you can get those GMS exclusive emotes that are Mike, Sean, Austin, and myself. If you would like to use those, it's twitch.tv/lookitsmyco. 7:28 West Coast time, 10:28 out east, 3:28 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being here this morning. Let's do our list of the day on National Scrabble Day, because we're going to talk about board games. If you're bored, pick up a board game, then you won't be bored anymore. I've used that line on my children before. And we laughed.
And were they like, wah, wah?
No, we rolled on the floor laughing for
Oh.
It felt like literal hours.
I don't believe it.
This is from Screen Rant. Rebecca Munton wrote it in May of 2021. The 10 weirdest board games that are actually tons of fun to play, as opposed to the list that they started with, which was the 10 weirdest board games that just completely suck. Okay. Let's start with number 10 on this list, and this is Kerplunk.
1-0.
Ooh.
Oh, I've seen this game before. So this is the game where you have like this tube.
Yeah.
You throw a whole bunch of marbles in on top of these little like sticks, basically these plastic sticks, and then kind of one by one, much similar to Jenga, you pull them out. And if you send all the marbles tumbling through the tube, then you lose. According to the author, though, it's more satisfying than Jenga, since one rogue move doesn't send the whole game into disarray. Players carry on playing until every marble has made its way through the tube. It's not the most cerebral game going, but it takes a lot of nerve to pull out the next straw.
9.
Number 9 is Geisties Blitz, pronounced probably a different way, but translated it means ghost lightning.
Ooh.
Ghost lightning, ghost lightning.
That's amazing. Ghost lightning, gonna scare people tonight.
Ghost lightning, ghost lightning.
Ghost lightning, gonna be. I don't know. Scare and fright. Yeah. But they're gonna scream. Come on, I need a Let's go, Ghost Team. Ghost lightning, lightning. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
8.
Continue.
Numero 8. One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Oh.
This app-based game is a fun party game for adults, since it relies on strong bluffing and a good memory. Your designated roles, including the eponymous werewolf? Hippopotamus? Villagers and troublemakers. You have to reveal yourself in line with the rules of the game, and then you discuss comments, and then eventually you're a werewolf. If another player identifies the werewolf, the jig is up!
Eponymous. Giving their name to something.
Hip-hop-anonymous?
I think we've heard about this game. Didn't you find like a version of this game?
Yeah.
For like
that we
PC?
can play online.
Yeah.
Via Discord.
Ooh, nice.
7.
I had to go. Yep, exactly. I had to go back to the top and read the title of this list again because number 7. The title of this is what the weirdest board games are actually fun. Number 7, chess.
Super weird.
There's no question mark there.
So weird. So weird. So weird. Do I even have to talk about what chess is? I mean,
Actually, you might.
okay, chess dates back to the 6th century. So maybe that's why the rules are so bizarre. Are they though? Okay, who invented that crazy knight move? Okay, whoever wrote this is stretching it. Okay, still there's a reason the game has endured. It's a brilliant test of logic and strategy. It takes a long time to become a seriously good chess player. The likes of Magnus Carlsen and Beth Harmon are prodigies, so don't be despondent if you don't capture the king in your first, say, 20 games. With a little patience, it's a lot of fun to learn. But not weird.
I've definitely had the conversation with people that are like, why can't I just move where I want to? Why does he have to go that way? Who decided an L was a good idea? Why not a G?
A G.
6.
Life on the Farm is number 6 on this list. It's a less corporate monopoly. Okay. It was designed by an American family to celebrate life on the farm. So rather than putting people out of business, Mayfair-owning monopolists, the aim of Life on the Farm is to either retire comfortably or own 60 cows. By the way, it's well known, this is an old farming proverb, since I was once a farm kid. If you own 60 cows, you'll never retire comfortably. That's
accurate.
5.
Number 5 is nyctophobia. It's that's the fear of the dark, which means this game needs to be played blindfolded.
Ugh.
It's a co-op game. So those who want to work together. To play this game, several players will have to escape the hunter, who can take the form of a mage or an axe murderer, depending on the version. The hunter catches up to any of the other players, they win, and only the hunter has the benefit of being able to see the board. So you play this game by feel alone. I don't know if I like this.
I don't think so. I would just leave. If I was the hunter, I'd be like, all right, just walk away. No one would know.
Why aren't you making your move? What's going on?
Just yell from the other. 1 second, I'm looking. Are you
4.
far away? No. We talked about 4 in the first hour. It's Throw Burrito.
Okay, this looks like fun. What?
It made by the creators of the popular card game Exploding Kittens. Throw Burrito is a new kind of card game where it's mixed with dodgeball. The game comes with a deck of cards and 2 cute squishy burrito missiles designed to throw at your opponents and used as dueling weapons. The aim of the game is simple: win more points than the other players, but while picking up points is easy, as picking up cards, getting hit by a flying burrito causes you to lose points. You get caught up in a burrito brawl or burrito duel, be ready to dodge. That would be fun. My kids would love that, and I could hit them.
Interesting.
Come on.
It's a fun game. It's worth checking out.
Have you broken anything with it?
No.
Okay.
3.
Usually you have to set out limits and rules with playing with kids for sure.
I'm to my TV, burrito.
Nothing. We'd have to play in the basement where things can't get broken. So.
3.
3. Shadows in the Forest. This spooky game has a pretty unique premise. It's designed to be played in the dark. Oh.
In the UK!
In the UK! Light the board using the lantern, which can then only be moved by one player who's on the hunt for shadowlings.
What happened to the accent?
Oh, you want it back? You want it back?
It started, but
I don't know. I feel like it would offend people. I'm not sure. Dodge the lantern and hide out in the forest to avoid detection. I don't know what kind of accent this is, though. Okay. maybe the darkness definitely adds a creepy element to this game. It's a fun choice for Halloween or any dark winter night when it's difficult to see what's lurking in the shadows.
Can you say that holiday again?
Holiday.
Which H holiday?
Halloween.
Oh, Halloween.
I think I put multiple accents together. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was good. It was great.
Lot of an accent. Wow.
2.
I just like how you started with it. It was great. Monikers is an option for you. It's paper, pens, and a lot of imagination. Each player writes down 8 things. Can literally be anything, from random objects to inside jokes. And be warned, the more obscure the reference, the trickier the game will be. Then you get into 2-player teams, and there's 4 rounds. Progressively harder as players go from describing what's on the cards verbally to using only their heads and faces. Describing the lovin' spoonful using only your facial expressions is tough, but it is sure fun. Allegedly.
1.
And the last one is Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure. And as
Wow.
the box says, it's a mad dash through Meatland on your way to the frying pan.
Mad dash through Meatland.
This is totally made in the 80s, wasn't it?
You can, in this game, you can journey with Mr. Bacon and his family through Mustard Marsh, Gristle Grotto, and a whole host of other meat-themed areas to reach the Great Frying Pan. The player that jumps into the pan first wins.
Wow. How do we get this game?
I want this game.
I'm looking.
I know. I was like, how do we get this?
Everyone's Googling simultaneously.
Also, for those who can't see, like on the board game, there's like corn dogs in the corner, and it looks like all these dipping sauces.
Looks like they're cacti made out of mozzarella sticks.
Why is it all fried food and then bacon? Because you don't really deep fry bacon, right? I mean, I guess you can.
You could.
Sure. Okay. Well, there you go.
There you go.
4. That's not really a board game, but it is a board game. I'm funny. But honestly, there's a lot of really weird games. Let's explore 10 of them. Do you think Nick Cage plays any of these? Doubtful. That is from ScreenRant.com. And you found it! How much does it cost?
$40. So it's the price of like a normal game.
$40?
That's about what a regular board game costs. in the
I
store.
remember back in
No,
my
it
day,
really?
I could go
for
to
reals,
a
yeah.
store and buy Monopoly for
God.
$10.
Seriously, I feel so old. I'm like, $40.
Back when I was a kid, I'd walk uphill both ways to play Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure.
Theo Downs has a question for you. It's simply Halloween?
Hello. Hello, it's Halloween.
It hurts my ears so much, but it's great.
Can you sing one of the songs from Nightmare Before Christmas that in that accent? Like this is Halloween.
Yeah, that'd be great.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Halloween.
It's everything I wanted.
Remix.
Where are all your H's? Where did they go? Did they run away? Are they scared?
I don't know. What are some other H words? Ought. Instead of hot, ought.
Oh. It's like ought's a word, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm just thinking H words. Out. Instead of house. So do all your no H's.
Did you just say ouse?
Yeah, or like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Just Harry, no Harry.
Harry Potter, what are you doing?
Harry Potter!
Oh my gosh, what is happening?
There is no H, there's a H, just like there's a Z.
Did you just say Anne H?
And H, she was great with Harrison Ford.
Oh, there you go. Harrison.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like I love that. Harrison. Come here, Harrison, it's time for dinner.
That actually sounds like a cool name. That might be a new name. Harrison. That's a dope name. Harrison.
That's not a bad name. I like that name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harrison.
I don't know what we accomplished in that, but that was a lot of fun. I can tell you that. So that was important. Right now, it's 7:40 West Coast time. It's time to see what Maiko is tracking at this hour. Wait, apparently need to make time for wardrobe changes now.
Oh no! Just keep it. Just keep it there. Just...
Oh, and you're on. You just now got on camera. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's great.
No one saw anything. I promise.
It came out at the perfect time. Actually,
It really did. Oh gosh. You guys like when people come to visit? Well, normally so does Bobby Stevens. It's coming from the CBC News. Bobby Stevens of St. Anthony, NL, says she was completely unaware of the polar bear sitting on the roof of her northern peninsula home Sunday evening. My dog came home and jumped on me and then took off running, so I thought there was somebody at the door. Stevens told CBC News on Monday. I opened the top part of the door and looked out, and when I looked up on the bank above my steps, this polar bear was looking me in the face. Stevens said she got quite the scare from the bear, who climbed onto and off her roof using a tall snowbank, seen in security video from her neighbor's house. Stevens said she's thankful the bear didn't damage her roof. My roof's not that strong, and I only have one door on this house. One less now, and he might have come through, she said. I'm just glad I didn't know he was there when he was there. Wow. The incident is the latest in a number of recent polar bear sightings on the north coast of Newfoundland and in Labrador. Agnes McCarthy of Goose Cove, also of the Northern Peninsula, got a close look at two polar bears as they took a walk through her driveway, one of them checking out a neighbor's house and then returning. That's what I call an uninvited guest. Back to you.
Goose Cove.
Goose Cove.
There's some
Not
names.
to be confused with something else.
Ungoose Cove?
It's a moose grove.
Moose on the loose. Goose Cove.
There's a moose on the loose in the goose? Why would the moose be in the goose?
So is this one of those, like, polar bears are showing up because they have no habitat anymore? Is that what it is?
Polar bears are better than people. I mean, not entirely. I don't think.
Mules are better than horses.
Oh,
Michael,
that's
don't
how
you think that's true?
Yeah.
I love mules, but they gave it. One in Mexico gave me pink eye. That sucked.
That's not that. There's more to that story.
You can't just drop that and then be like, yep, there's your story.
And that's the end. That's
Yes, I was in Mexico with my ex a long time ago, and we decided to leave the resort to go do this like an outdoor adventure thing and zip lining thing, and then we all were riding on mules, and the guy in front of me was petting his mule. Mm-hmm. And yes, I know that sounds. And so then I was like, oh yeah, connection to the animals. So I pet my mule, and then immediately right after I touched my face, and in that moment I knew, I just knew I had pink eye, and within an hour my eyes started, and then that was my first.
Someone riding bare-ass naked on the mule before you?
Do you have
who knows? It was terrible.
Particularly sensitive pink eye radar? Like, do you?
No.
Okay.
As an adult, that was my first time getting it as an adult, and it was terrible. I couldn't see. I couldn't see for 3 days. Like, literally, everything was blurry. I couldn't work, so all I did was I laid in bed and I listened to movies and shows that I had seen a lot because I already had like a visual memory of it. So that's all I did for 3 days. Bored.
It's actually a really smart idea when you couldn't see.
There's nothing else to do.
Audible.com. Dungeon Meowster
You have to
KJ.
see to like find the books though. Like,
That's true. You could use the screen
like
reader.
roulette. What's this book gonna be?
KJ would like you to say the following: in Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen. Apparently, that is a direct quote from.
Well, this is
my
in the
family.
Eliza Doolittle. So, in Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen. that's a different one though. Oh, in Oxford, Efford, Hampshire, arrogance hardly ever happened.
You got real aggressive there. Jeez.
The way that your microphone decides to pick up that accent is bizarre.
It's crazy.
It thinks you have to sound like you're in the bottom of a tower. Like, why are you not able to say H's at the bottom of your well?
In Oxford, Efford, Hampshire, arrogance hardly ever happened. Oh my god, my neighbor, you guys, it's 7:45 here. My neighbors are like, what the?
Just tell me you're auditioning for like an audio book.
The rain in Spain, mainly in the plain, from what I hear.
Oh
according
yes,
to,
I love that.
Quiet M
The
Gaming.
rain in Spain falls mainly in the plains. Yeah, that's a good movie.
It's a movie? What was it saying?
It's My Fair Lady.
Oh. Never saw it.
Downs is
Yeah.
very curious though. Did they eliminate the H in England or something?
But
Downs.
someone said something about a Cockney accent
Petting
without
them?
the H's. Henry Higgins, yes.
What's
Just you wait, Henry Higgins. Just
what's
you
Ryan's username?
wait. FD, FD, FD goof.
Perfect.
Can I just say the reason why I don't always feel comfortable doing this is because let's be real. If I was doing like an Indian accent or an Asian accent or any other accent that wasn't mine, you know?
We didn't say
to
you
be
had
fair-
to do it.
Huh?
To be fair, the English like tried to conquer the world.
No, I know. So
Yeah. I mean, they kind of did it to themselves.
Downs
but,
goes.
but
we
I
only-
know there's some people from, like Downs. Are you offended? If you're offended, I'll stop.
We only dropped some H's, some H's, not all of them.
Oh,
There you go. There's your answer. It's not all of them.
Downs, are you streaming today? Can you just say a bunch of H's? When you stream. That's the
Downs.
stream today.
Downs' streams would be
Just pronounce H words.
H.
See, Downs has a really sweet accent, though. The way he speaks is really sweet.
It's true. Oh gosh, come back.
Baby, come back.
Wait a second. Just because we wanted all the spices, we have to put up with Theo's accent.
Exactly.
Welcome back, Theo.
Happy to be back.
It was a great last appearance by you.
And that will be my finale.
I've never seen My Fair Lady either.
Oh.
Shots.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
I know.
That
I
checks
know.
out, doesn't it? Yep.
I'd be more surprised if you're like, I saw it.
Yeah, I love My Fair Lady. Watched that 13 times. If My Fair Lady was an Independence Day, then I would have watched it.
I feel like you would totally fall asleep in My Fair Lady.
I'm good at falling asleep in movies,
Yep.
so even
Yeah,
if it's a
but
very
that
good
movie in particular,
Okay.
you would definitely fall asleep in that movie.
Are you do you fall asleep in like theaters?
Oh yeah, I'm a pro at that. Yeah, if there was ever a
How?
pro
So loud.
napping league, I
A
need at least
napping league?
Yeah, like I need to try out where it's like today's challenge: fall asleep during the 12-minute halftime of a football game. Done. Dungeon Master KJ says I have probably watched it 13 times.
Nice.
Anyone watch My Fair Lady more than 13 times?
Nope.
Okay, congratulations, KJ. You have the claim to My Fair Lady champion. When was that movie? Are we talking like Casablanca old, or is it less old?
No, a little later than Casablanca.
Because Casablanca, like,
That was black and white, wasn't it?
yeah, it was like the late 30s, early 40s, probably. So. What was the other one? Oh, Gone with the Wind. That was like 1939 or something. So.
1964 was My Fair Lady.
I just know it's a song's sake. My Fair Lady.
Wait,
Okay.
what is that from, Ryan?
It's a Fergie
Just
song.
don't-
London Bridges.
What? Oh, okay, there it is. I was like, wait, what is that?
7:50 West Coast. It is 10:50 out East, and 3:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being here. It is time for sports.
Sports.
But if you haven't had a chance, you can chime in. It's National Scrabble Day. What is your favorite board game? And you can also tell us how well you wake up in the morning. What is your alarm setup? Because we'll talk more about that coming up in the early part of the 8 o'clock hour, the final show on this weekend of the week. In sports, we play our favorite game, and our first time to play it with Theo. Did the Mets win, Theo?
No.
Bob plays a didgeridoo. Your answer is locked in. Sean?
That's a didgeridoo.
I will disagree.
All right, we turn over to Look It's Miko. Mike, did the Mets win?
New York Mets ace Tyler Migo had a strong outing, and the Mets won 2-0.
This would be the perfect time for me to be able to like hit the button that brings us back to the Wayback Machine. It's like we go way back to the start of the Mets season where Mike was going, "We have no Scherzer, we have no DeGrom. I don't even know who this Miguel guy is." And now 2 games later, he's the ace of the staff.
He's pitching great though. When DeGrom comes back, they're gonna have a lot of choices to make if they send down Cookie Carrasco, T.Juan Walker, or Tyler Migo.
Sean and I are fully anticipating Mike being like, "Jacob DeGrom, get him out of here. This guy's a bum."
You guys, that's so hilarious.
Nice work. Good contribution.
I literally, when you guys talk about sports, I literally just like politely sit here and giggle because I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Go to your settings and find that automatic gain control. Wow. Where is it?
I'm sorry.
Your poor microphone. Damn.
No, your poor ears.
That's
you guys,
true.
I'm just a loud person.
Yeah, but your
It's hard to
microphone
control.
should control that. I get louder, and my microphone can hold it back. It's really bizarre. I don't know why it won't work on yours.
Oh man.
It's hard to turn me down.
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
Yesterday, your Seattle Kraken had a 3-1 lead against your Calgary Flames. Then what happened?
And then the Flames remembered how to play hockey.
They're like, "Oh yeah."
They're like, "Oh yeah, this game." It was nice of them to let like a pee-wee hockey team play the first.
Take it easy on your Seattle Kraken. Come on now. That's rough.
Yeah, the beginning of that game was rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
4 straight goals. Calgary wins 5-3 over the Kraken, and Gaudreau has surpassed his all-time best in points. I think his first ever triple-digit point season at 101. Johnny Gaudreau. So, anyone know Johnny Gaudreau's nickname?
Never heard it before.
Badro.
That's a good guess. Good guess. Anyone else?
Couldn't be Johnny Hockey, could it?
It is Johnny Hockey. It is
Johnny Hockey.
Good morning to Caleb Wins Games. And let's see what else is going on in sports. Do you have any sports stuff, Theo?
Great.
There you go.
Okay.
See, I thought Theo was about to say the Brooklyn Nets got a win over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 115-108 in the play-in opener. So the Nets had a 20-point lead, right? It was 20 points, I think.
Yep, sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good.
And now
Basketball.
the Nets will take on number 2 Boston in a series that begins on Sunday. Kyrie Irving made his first 12 shots. First 12 shots had 34 points.
Basketball. I'm talking basketball. Okay, that's my only contribution to sports.
No, well, that's exactly what we needed, because yesterday, the Minnesota Timberwolves, a 109-104 win over the Los Angeles Clippers in a play-in game.
Whoa.
And celebrated it like they just won the world championship.
Wow. I'm headed to Minnesota this weekend.
Minnesota.
And you
Minnesota.
can catch the
Watch the
Wolves
Timberwolves?
in a first-round matchup with your Memphis Grizzlies.
She could be our in an arena correspondent.
Yeah. Yeah, we can
Hello.
try to get
Hello.
your credentials.
Hello.
Walking around yelling that at the players.
Just
That'd be great.
yeah, exactly. Finding any players that have names that starts with H's.
Al offered. You hear?
I mean, if you haven't noticed, Downs hasn't been back, so I think he might have hurt Downs' feelings.
No, Downs, no, come
He's
back.
pooping. Fine.
Sorry, off brew.
Big Hornets game tonight. That is true. The play-in games continue in the NBA playoffs as your Charlotte Hornets get set to take on the Atlanta Hawks. That's a 4 o'clock start on ESPN. And San Antonio at New Orleans at 6:30 Pacific time. So
4 o'clock? Jeez.
Listen, sports on the West Coast is the best because I don't think I could.
For your time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
that's
it's
right. I forget
said
sometimes.
Pacific. And
Yeah.
the time zone in which our show is.
I only
like
listen to every
always.
like fourth word, so.
But like 8:30 p.m. Eastern time for a start of a Sunday night
Sucks.
football game, I would be asleep by the second quarter, easily.
It's a struggle. You got to get in that pregame nap, otherwise it's not. Or you go to bed at like 8 o'clock the night before, and you're like, okay, good. If I add tonight's sleep and tomorrow's sleep, then it's like a normal sleep. Sheesh.
Any
Oh,
other
man.
sports?
Yes. Big news. History was made in Major League Baseball yesterday when, more history was made when Alyssa Nakken, who was already the first coach, female coach hired by a Major League Baseball team to be an in-dugout coach, she became the first woman to coach on field during the game. Yesterday when the Giants and the Padres played, the Giants' first base coach was thrown out, which put Alyssa on the field. So she
Wait.
got to go out there and be the first base coach.
Wait, she's the first female ever?
Yep. First female
Which-
ever to be an
which-
in base and on field.
Which is so amazing, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy that that's where we are right now, and like we have so much more to go. That's insane.
It's a dude's game. So the sanctity of the game. You can't allow women on the field because then, I don't know, our balls have to be covered or something. I don't know.
They should be covered.
It's really really crude.
Is there a new
So I was-
baseball league?
It is.
Well, here's the thing. So I was the bat boy for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons for 2 weeks when I was like 13. My mom wrote a thing and applied, and it was great. It was all volunteer. It was a lot of fun. But the dudes in the locker room are crude. Like when I went in, posted all over my locker were Playboy pictures.
Oh.
I'm 13, and I was like, oh, cool. Whatever.
Wait, did they
So-
put that up? Did they
Yeah,
put that
one
up?
of Bobby Estalella. If anyone's familiar, he played for the Phillies and the Giants. Huge scumbag. He put all of the stuff up there, and they would take him down, and he would put them up the next day, and they'd walk around nude and whatever. And there was this one dude who would plop his junk on the table to sign balls, and I was like, this is not really
Wait.
baseballs.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Clarification.
yeah, baseballs. It'd be really pointless to sign the other ones.
Oh.
Yeah. But they're just, it's, as I wouldn't want a woman in there because, oh my gosh, like, woo.
I would just go in and start laughing and staring and laughing, and then walk out.
Mike talks about this quite a bit, where the hope is these kind of stories are no longer
not news.
Yeah, like
Right.
not breaking
Right.
news or first time or ever even really news because
Crazy.
it's commonplace, right? But thank you for pointing that out because I had
It's
seen that story.
super awesome.
Yeah. Caleb goes, did you see the lady who glued her hand to the court floor at the game last night?
What? Why?
Why not? Why ask why?
That's Super Glue's motto. Why not?
Yeah,
Well,
why ask
super glue
why?
your hand to the floor? Why not?
Why not?
Why ask why? Just super glue it.
Did anyone actually see this happen?
No. Sean, you're not.
I saw the story, but
What's the
I
deal?
didn't see it. It was out of protest.
Oh.
There are so many
Kayla
better ways
linked
to
to it.
protest.
Yeah, it was to protest the Timberwolves owner Glenn Taylor.
Just throw stuff on that.
Oh, Caleb linked through a story if you want to read more. Tal said, haven't watched much basketball since Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, and Steph's dad were playing for the Hornets. That was
Just
a good
a minute
era.
ago, huh?
That was a good era of Hornets basketball, though. That was like the start of the teal craze.
Are we talking about Steph Curry?
Yeah,
No.
Steph Curry's father played for the Hornets, Del Curry.
Yes.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
oh
Old.
Yeah.
oh okay. I wasn't sure you guys being sarcastic. Oh,
No,
I had no idea. That's funny. I've been to their house, but I don't know anything about the Steph Curry and stuff like that. Like
You've been to Del Curry's house or Steph Curry's
no,
house?
I've been to Steph and
Or
Aisha's house.
Seth Curry's house.
Steph and Aisha.
Steph and Aisha Curry's
Great.
house. Yeah, I shot something with Aisha once.
Was it like
very nice.
A bird? A bear? A deer? What were you shooting?
No,
You
photos.
You
photos,
went hunting
video.
with Aisha.
Photos
Yeah,
and
I thought you
video.
guys were
No.
hunting.
Wow.
That's cool.
You know what they did after Raid, right? They played a
Did.
quick round of Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure.
Did a donkey give them pink eye?
Yes.
No, but a mule did. No. big difference.
It's huge.
It is good to see the likes of Chris M.E. Blooded Bay is here this morning as well, Brendan, and many, many more. We will come back with our third and final hour of the show. We'll have a chance to talk more about board games on the other side of the break because today is National Scrabble Day. So we're asking you about your favorite board games. We'll also ask you, how well do you wake up in the morning? Because we had an alarm miscue this morning. So that's all on the way. It is the weekend of the week, April 13th, 2022. Theo, Mike, Sean, Hefty. It's Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.
Things are changing now. You're coming out to the desert, somewhere you've never been before. Everything is new to you. I'll help you through, because I know what it's like, trying to make something right. So just know you're not alone tonight, because the stars glow at night, and oh, they shine so bright. I hope this is the best day of your life, because the stars glow at night, and oh, they shine so bright. Just know that this is right for you. Oh, for you. Now the sun is shining bright, the stars come out at night. My heart is full and bright for you, because the stars glow at night, and oh, they shine so bright. I hope this is the best day of your life, because the stars glow at night, and oh, they shine so bright. Just know that this is right for you.
Socrates! You know, Socrates' brother. Kind of a jerk. Ice cream is frozen sauce, so Ryan probably dislikes it. It's Diego, the gaming morning show lizard. Put it on a pancake. To quote Cade Zaid, Stardew Valley sucks all the time. Join us for GMS After Dark with Look, It's Maiko. Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. Pacific. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Community games. Don't let the person hanging from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Join our Discord and become a Patreon. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. And follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning! Gamer, welcome back. It's Gaming Morning Show. It is Wednesday, April 13th, 2022. We appreciate you being here for this edition of Gaming Morning Show, a morning radio show that plays games on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. An audible has been called tonight at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time. It's GMS After Dark with Look, It's Mike O. And we'll have an Easter candy tier list, but we've kind of shifted around the pieces. The guests will be a little bit different than what we expected.
Correct. We can't tell you who the new guest is, Jordy. But tonight at 4:45 Pacific, Dungeon Master KJ and Jordy will be on the show to play tier lists. And you don't really play it, I guess. You kind of debate it. And then also, I will gorge myself on peanut butter egg and see how that ends.
I can't wait to see who Jordy is. I mean, who the special guest is.
Yeah, I mean, no one will ever know who it is. Jordy. It's just you just have to watch Jordy.
I like how you said, I'm going to gorge myself on egg, because it is one singular egg.
It's a 6 ounce egg, I think.
It's massive.
I don't know. It's a large egg. And Kate Zaid said she doesn't know how anyone could do it, so I said bet, and I proved her wrong, because I think that's what the kids say. Not really sure though.
No, I think you're right. I think you're on there.
Bet. No cap.
Dungeon Master KJ says, I have some hot takes. I am sure I'll be bringing a snack with me too.
Don't be too hot, because then the candy will melt.
Oof, that's hot.
Oof, that's hot. Yeah.
Quiet's wondering, what are you, some sort of Eggman?
What?
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Hello to the Final Hour crew.
The Final Hour crew has checked in. It's so great to see Quiet I Am Gaming, Dungeon Meowster KJ.
A warm welcome for our Final Hour crew ambassador. Hey, it's Brendan_TTV.
It's good to see you, Brendan. Tal is here as well, said tie between Mousetrap and Stop Thief for the best board game. It was good to see you. Thank you for being here. K-Laugh has been with us. Blooded Bay, good morning to you. It's good to see you.
Hey,
we mentioned Tal, of course, already. Caleb Wins Games checked in earlier during the sports segment. I Am JF Downs is kind of here. Last time we checked in with Downs had quit the show. So hopefully we'll see Downs in a little bit. Mayor of the
That's
Internet,
my fault.
Chris M.E., who we determined earlier, Chris M.E.'s band name is apparently Chris and the City Council, which is pretty okay.
Who is probably in the shower.
Chris will be streaming tonight at 6 p.m.
The entire band is in the shower?
That's a lot of people.
Every band
That's a big shower.
Every band needs a little bit of a hook, so yeah, that's what they do. They play in the shower.
They need a hook?
Yeah, like something that gets you interested in the band. Like the hook brings you back.
Yeah.
Scott Chick's been here as well. Last checkpoint checked in earlier. The show Culty Vibes has been here. Has to take off as well. Cool Caleb is here as well. It's good to see you. Thank you to everyone who's joining us for this edition of Gaming Morning Show. We have lots more to come on National Scrabble Day. So consensus is Scrabble, we've all played it. Has anyone not played Scrabble?
Diego played Scrabble?
Bear Bear?
No. Diego's not.
Bear Bear's playing Scrabble right now.
In his mind.
Mind
You get
Scrabble?
telekinesis?
Yes, mind Scrabble.
Does anyone like Scrabble?
I would say it's probably the last one that I would pick up to play.
Of
But
every board game on Earth.
yeah, I think so.
Feels like, listen, if there was no more board games left, then I would probably play Scrabble.
No. When someone like randomly busts it out, it's like I'll participate, but I'm not like, let's go play Scrabble. Let's go buy Scrabble. Yeah.
Yeah, KJ, I don't like playing Scrabble against my mama.
KJ said I refuse to play against my mother. Then.
I've tried playing with my mom recently, and it's very messy.
Wow, it looks like there's a theme here because Hayes Brandon also has issues with Scrabble and his mom. So what's up with moms and Scrabble? This is wrecking it for everyone.
Kate Zade was here. She'd yell at me, but she's not. So the joke, Theo, is that my mom is dead. And
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
It's okay, Theo. It happened yesterday. Everything's fine.
Uncomfortable by making dead mom.
Yeah, Mike's bounced back quickly though.
Thank you. Taldahar said F. Yeah, throw your F's in the
chat. In all seriousness, though, I said earlier, like, it took me probably till I was like 19 to beat one of my parents in chess. So
yeah,
parents can be really good at board games.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I ever beat my dad in chess.
It took forever, but I was not a patient person, so that's probably part of my problem with Scrabble too.
Yeah.
It's a very patient game.
Yeah.
And as we established before, like, I hate playing games with my family because they take forever.
So Monopoly is probably not.
We don't own Monopoly.
Okay.
Actually, no, we do. But luckily, all of the money is upstairs in the plate. So and I'm not gonna ask them to bring it back anytime soon.
Quiet says it's okay, Mike. My mom is also not with us anymore.
Where is she? Mine's in the garage. One of these days, she'll get moved somewhere else.
I was gonna say, why do you keep her in the garage?
It's the best place where the kids won't find her. We have not yet had the talk about Meme and Pepe are dust. And I think if my 9-year-old found that, she'd be a little upset. And plus, if they want to haunt the garage, that's fine. It's the garage, you know.
I don't remember that box being over there yesterday.
Yeah, no, if they want to, like, ooh, I mean, whatever, they can do that to the car all they want.
Chris says Monopoly.
My mom will haunt me.
Chris says Monopoly is an awful game, awful board. I think if we played Monopoly straight through, that would help. But also, like, when I learned that apparently if you don't make up a whole bunch of house rules, it can be a very fast game, I'd be interested.
Well, most of the time it's arguing about rules.
Yeah.
The Monopoly is not really about Monopoly. It's about the how good you are at arguing your point and, like, winning the argument. I feel like
it's a debate
we used to
game.
We used to mess with one of my friend's little brothers really bad. It would be like, anytime you pass go, if you don't have the most money, you also have to give everyone $100. And he'd be like, oh, okay. So we basically made up lots of rules to bully Sam, and we'd make money off of it.
Oh.
Rough. Brenda said, I thought you were going to hop on and finish that game with Ryan and Theo. It's still going.
Oh my God. Is it? I haven't seen that in a while. In a long
I'm telling
while.
you, the bank is probably like come in and taken a couple of them. Squatters are in there.
We've decided, though, it'll be better if we've earned some interest since we last went in there, so that everyone's bank account's a little bit higher.
I'm only on level 35.
Ryan, I don't know why, but your car just makes me want to have some queso.
It's like a hat for the sports.
For tortilla chips.
No, for the sports fan.
I just see food. I see a hat, bowl with tortilla chips, and the queso in the middle. Looks delicious. Which you wouldn't like, though. You don't like Velveeta cheesy, melty cheese sauce.
I'd love to eat some Velveeta. Yum.
So good.
If your cheese doesn't jiggle, is it really cheese?
Ugh. Oh, Mike, I didn't need to. No. Ugh. Don't like that at all.
And the days.
Ugh. If your cheese doesn't. That sounds like that. Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow?
Can you throw him over your shoulder like a continental soldier?
Does your
cheese
hang low?
I mean, some people.
Does your cheese jiggle?
I know. Sometimes I pet the donkey and the cheese just gets all jiggly.
Oh no. I'll have to find a clip I found yesterday. I was watching a Celebrity Family Feud skit for Saturday Night Live, and there was a Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show Family Feud game played in like 2014, and they actually had Steve Harvey on as like the host. And the last section of that was so hilarious. I'll have to post it in the Discord.
Have you watched that game? Like, it's just basically become like who can give the dirtiest answer now. Like that's all. That's all it is. Yep. Like
that game
name
is
something you want to sit on your face, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that game is now produced to make like TikToks and reels.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, because some of the answers don't even make sense that make it on the board. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they are taken by a survey of real people, so.
Real TikTok people.
Kayla said that Norm McDonald Turd Ferguson hat. That's what my hat reminds.
Turd Ferguson.
It's bigger than a normal size hat. It's funny. So, rest in peace. Chris said, yeah, Monopoly is almost entirely about 5 rolls, not skill, and the goal is to bleed your friends and loved ones dry. It's not designed to be fun.
Well, the game, a lot of the core concepts of the game are all about like scarcity of resources, including like money, houses, and hotels. And the strategies of the game are to get rid of those. Like the part of building the houses and the like hotels and stuff isn't to get more rent; it's to keep other people from building those things.
Yes, I know. It's kind of messed
and a lot
up.
of the house rules are meant to like make those more available or make money more available, and that's just not what the game's about. It's about bleeding people dry and taking all the things before everyone else can.
Hence the
Which
word
isn't
Monopoly.
a fun game unless you're just out to like screw people.
It's basically training us about capitalism.
I don't like anything about my family or friends, so I'm gonna take it out on them in a game of
Taking all
Monopoly.
the things, destroying you.
It is now 8:22 West Coast time. Thank you for being here. This edition of Gaming Morning Show. I am Hefty Goof. That is Theo in the top left. Sports.gaming in the bottom left, and Look, it's Mike O on the bottom right. We appreciate that you are here with us, and it's time now to play some Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Bob, how do we find out how good we are at this game?
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, exclamation point, DLTEFFTBFITMMREC.
It's really easy to remember. Really easy.
Just rolls off the tongue.
This is Places. Places are first. We last left this game on easy strength with 42 banked balloons.
the answer.
Places.
A guess from Quiet is Arkansas.
Oh. Okay.
That's not a
Arkansas's
letter.
favorite harpsichord player.
True.
A fan of Hildart Duff and Harry Clarence Styles.
Can we ask why is there an S at the end of Arkansas?
Because it's Arkansas.
R is a
town, it's a town in Texas, is Arkansas.
But wasn't that how Arkansas was named? Was they added AR to Kansas?
What is there?
Can we start pronouncing Kansas Kansas?
Kansas. Kansas. Arkansas is because pirates found Kansas, and then they can say Kansas.
Hey, do
The
any of
S-
you know a pirate's favorite letter?
What have you done?
Huh?
Oh, God, why?
Huh?
No one said.
Is it R?
I'm sorry.
You'd think it was R, but their first love is the C.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
You're
The S
welcome.
on the end is simply a French addition, then, and a silent one at that. It is clear then that the name Kansas is spelled in English, while the name Arkansas is of French orthography, and that the two names should not be pronounced alike, according to the Arkansas Historical Association.
So it's French. It's French. Not
It is French. It's like Illinois. It's the same thing.
Oh, that's right.
So there's an S and you don't pronounce it, or you do, and then people look at you like you're weird. Illinois.
Fancy. Illinois.
Hey, you should do it. Put an I in there. Just, I'm curious.
You're guessing I?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, isn't it hilarious that this is going to be what we just talked about?
Wait.
Bingo.
Is it?
That's funny. It was all set up from Arkansas all the way to Illinois.
Wow, you
That's so
guys.
funny.
And
That
that's
was
why
great
when we're
teamwork.
planning this show and we're working on the script, that's why we have to rehearse things so it just seems so effortless.
Good job, Quiet, hitting your cue to say Arkansas, so we could just take that all full circle.
Beautiful. Great job.
Yes. That was amazing.
Connected at the brain.
You are the true hero. Yes.
All
you
right,
are the true-
Quiet. Start talking about something random about sports.
Wink.
And then we'll riff off of that. Let's go.
We'll come back to that and somehow make it all work.
Go.
Actually,
Shaq.
this is why Caleb Wins Games was in the chat earlier, because this is all definitely Charlotte. Look at it. I mean, it's definitely Charlotte. Thank you, Caleb.
It's a place, not a sports.
It's the capital of sports.
Oh.
Everyone refers to Charlotte as that.
Yep. Oh. Kate Z.
There's, I was about to say, there's no O in Charlotte, but there definitely is.
Oh my gosh.
My dreams are crushed. Or is this what I was supposed to say?
Shaquille
I don't know how
O'Neal.
to spell. Uh-oh.
R did not hit. I'm so sorry. Quiet. I'm so sorry.
No.
I like how you had to type it.
9.
Did it feel dirty to say you? So you just had to type it.
It's better in the chat.
But he is a mod. Quiet.
Can you
S.
mod? Actually, real question. Can you mod a mod?
Let's find out.
Can I mod myself?
Allow myself to
I
mod
don't-
myself.
So I'm afraid to, because last time something like this happened, we had a lot of problems.
Oh yeah, because one time we timed you out, then like
Yeah, and I
nothing
lost
worked.
all privileges.
Ah.
Do S. Thanks.
Thank goodness we finally hit a letter. Finally.
Oh my gosh, we have 2
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, it's bad.
I can't wait to see where the S is.
I know.
Oh, there they are.
Exclamation point.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it.
S.
KJ, why are you guessing? Turn your low latency on, because KJ's guessed all letters that we've already picked. Cracked. We're giving out cracked now for anyone who just guesses a letter right. Our bar's gone so low.
Riding so low.
D from Downs. We're down to one balloon, and we have
Damn it,
blank, blank,
Downs.
blank, blank, AS, blank, 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 S.
Now, but is the S silent? You know, because that makes a difference.
It's Arkansas.
It's Arkansas.
Calaf, is that an I or an L? Can anyone tell?
That's an I.
Okay.
There's a dot.
I'm gonna push the I. We got an I. Not much of a help, but we got one. So.
Again.
Question mark.
Oh.
Ooh, gymnastics. Big swing from Kate Zaid.
Wow.
Kate Zaid is. I'm looking back over to make sure I typed the right letters.
Oh, please press the right letters. Please press the
Yeah. Yes.
We did it!
Yay! Good job.
My heart.
Thank you for saving the day, Kate Zaid.
For real.
To quote Kate Zaid, Stardew Valley sucks all the time.
All right, we have one more. This is opposites, the Paula Abdul opposites category.
Opposites attract, as you know. 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Da, 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 da. Opposites attract, as you know.
Love that song.
Opposites? Oh.
Saved out booties.
What?
I think Brendan missed a letter, but Saved Out Booties sounds like a great band name.
It does, doesn't it?
This Thursday at the symposium, Saved Out Booties plays, opening by analyst Morissette.
Big fans, big fans.
At the
Ray Jefferson
Acropolis,
and
$5 steaks.
Wait. Where are they playing? What venue?
Acropolis? The Acropolis in Portland. $5 steaks.
Oh, no.
Great place to watch the NFL. Good stuff.
Please don't take Mike's tour wisdom of Portland, please.
It's great. It's very welcoming.
You can fact check it with me if you would like. That's fine.
Saved Out Booties is a ska band. That sounds about right.
Please welcome Saved Out Booties.
Ryan, your steak is ready. Ryan, your steak is ready.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Ew. Brendan says we accidentally said toe in guessing.
Oh,
Not
gosh.
a toe fan?
Yes,
I
you
know.
said
I noticed
toner.
that. That's funny.
Do we really not like toes that much?
Feet are disgusting. Do you remember that we had our thing?
When I touched my feet?
I nearly quit the show when you did that.
Apparently you can't
What?
touch your feet anymore.
You rubbed your feet and then you touched your face.
That's how I got pink eye from a donkey.
Stop rubbing the donkey feet.
Success
Ooh,
and failure.
wow.
Man,
you guys.
Kate is on top of it.
You guys, that's amazing. Great job, everybody.
Nice work. We banked 3
Seriously.
more, and we're up to 49. 49, not a bad sign.
Wow.
If you didn't didn't catch the last hour, Theo told us the story about getting pink eye from a donkey.
Mule. A mule.
Sorry, forgive me. I apologize. What exactly happened?
Mules are better than horses.
Wow, the
Michael,
fact
don't
that
you think that's true?
until they give you pink eye. That was my fault. I was in Mexico. I was doing this outdoor adventure thing. We were riding mules. The guy in front of me was petting his mule, connecting with his mule, and I thought, oh, how sweet. So I pet my mule too, and then immediately touched my face right after, and I knew instantly that I was infected, and it was terrible. Within an hour, sandy eyes, pink. I had to take my contacts out. Was losing, but yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, my mom always said, "Be careful where you pet your mule." So
I always yelled at my mom, said, Come in my room when I'm petting my mule, please.
Mom, get out! I'm petting my mule. Get out!
And then she yelled, "Stop it! You'll get pink eye."
That's a great story, though. But your sixth sense for knowing that you had pink eye just cracked me
Oh,
up.
it's what's crazy. Like immediately, I just knew it was crazy. I was
Like, what have I done? What
no,
have
seriously, I was like, no. That's what it felt like. I was like,
Mr. Sandman, should I use a cream? Oh wow. Oh wow.
yeah, not cool, not cool. Which sucks because a year later I got it again.
From
You
a
gotta
mule?
stay away from the mules. Yeah.
No, this time it was funny because I blame my ex because he was with me on that trip and he saw how bad it was, and then we went on. We both got booked for this like modeling job thing in Palm Springs. They put us in this like dusty, creepy house, and everybody was just creeped out by it. He woke up the next morning, had pink eye, and I was like, "Stay away from me! Don't touch me! Don't like anything." And he's like, "Oh no, it's fine." I was like, "No, stay away." He touched me. Got pink eye.
Were the ghosts giving out pink eye?
That's what I honestly, I think so. I think a ghost farted on his pillow.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's 8:35.
Moving on.
It's time to say goodbye to Sean and Bear Bear. They gotta go pet their mules.
No.
Go pet a mule.
That does sound like an excuse to try to get out of something, right? Like, I'm so sorry, I gotta go pet my mule, so see you later. Thanks. All right, goodbye, Sean. We'll miss you.
Oh,
Bye, baby.
bye.
Whoa.
Oh, that was a hard.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh no.
No. That was amazing.
That background was getting smaller too. It was weird. His room was just shrinking.
It was like a
along with
vortex
him.
or something like that.
Yeah.
It was
He
bizarre.
took a Alice in Wonderland pill.
He's very excited about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, I'm excited for that one too.
Me too.
He got Ant-Man.
Chris, what are
Honey,
you
I
doing
Shrunk the
when we're done? Can we watch Moon Knight?
Moon Knight Shyamalan?
Moon Knight Shyamalan's film, The Village?
Moon Knight Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Shyamalan Ding Dong.
If you haven't seen The Village, it's set in modern times and they're in a fake village in the woods. Don't waste your time.
Wow.
I spoiled it for you. So it's that bad.
Spoiler tease.
Everyone says goodbye to Sean. Mulin 2. Conjunctive Boogaloo. Honey, I Shrunk the Shaw. You're on it today, Tal. I love it. He got Ant-Man.
Oh,
that's good. All right, coming up, we will do the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, a recap of the headlines of the day. Miss Theo, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? God, just a lot of transitions. Getting ready for the next phase, of my life. And that's pretty much it. Prepping for new stuff. And I'll share it with you guys once it actually launches.
It'll be exciting, and you can, of course,
Yeah.
take advantage of the GMS friendliness of Miss Theo. If you're looking for a Reiki session, you can find out more. Go to I Am Miss Theo on Instagram. Also, if you're interested in cleaning yourself with soap,
Does anyone have my Dr. Squatch soap?
Mike O knows more information.
Tell us more, Mike.
I can't find my soap. It's under my monitor. Never mind. If you guys like being clean and like smelling good and want to use a soap not filled with all sorts of chemicals and gook, you should go ahead and check out drsquatch.com, or you can head over to twitch.tv/LikeIt'sMikeO. There is a little banner icon you can click on that'll go to a special page where you can help support me if you order your Dr. Squatch. It is all cold made, home brewed. It's a factory, but it's like home brewed in the factory in their home, I guess. I don't know. But they're wonderful. Dr. Squatch is great. They have all sorts of incredible flavors. Smells, not flavors. Don't eat the soap. But they do have shampoo, conditioner, Now they have hand soap, like liquid hand soap. That's actually really great. If you go to drsquatch.com and you use the discount code DiscBrick10 with 2 C's, you get 10% off of your first purchase of $20 or more. Actually, I think it's $18 or more. Or if you don't have a subscription, Dr. Squatch 10 gets you 10% off your first subscription. And it's some pretty quality stuff. And eventually I'll get around to sending Miss Theo some samples because they're incredible.
Oh, would love to, because I love natural soaps.
They're great. Yeah. They're absolutely wonderful. I just opened up a new one. Not a huge fan of the smell at this point. It's like eucalyptus butt cheese or something. I don't remember.
Eucalyptus butt cheese.
Hold on, let me find out.
I was about to say, before you said butt cheese, I was about to say, oh, send that one to me then if you don't like it.
Well, it's like half used. So
yeah, you send it and it's like has like your facial hair.
Even better.
Like, yeah.
I like how you went with facial hair.
Yeah,
well, okay, I know.
No,
we all
you're
do
good.
with the first. We all do with the first one.
You're great.
We're good. We're crushing.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Nice work. You can
I
also
modded
go
myself.
to Look It's Myco on Twitch and subscribe to Mike's channel. When you do, you get
Spearmint
those
basil. My bad.
GMS emotes there that you see, and those were reserved kindly from Look It's Myco for our use. Go to twitch.tv/lookitsmyco. Tal says the butt cheese is aftermarket. Oh, okay, great.
Butt cheese is warm.
Have you not smelled and licked delicious smelling soap before? I mean,
I'm like butt cheese. Have you not smelled and
what's
licked
worse,
butt cheese
or Velveeta cheese?
So on April Fool's, Dr. Squatch played a trick where they said they were coming out with a beef jerky scent. And I knew it wasn't real, but I was very excited because I was like, I would rub beef jerky all over my body.
Yeah.
And I would probably taste it as well.
I actually could see that being
kind
of a thing, actually.
Kind of
the tasting part or the soap part?
No, well, more like,
flavor,
can you imagine like, or even just like this, like if I hugged someone and they smelled like roasted meats or something, you know, it could be kind of tasty.
I think it would be a good scent. Dr. Squat, maybe it was one of those like beta things where they were testing the market to see what actually could be.
Yeah.
Remember when we did this?
Because they had an overwhelmingly positive response.
Yeah.
And we're like, that sounds incredible. They're like, guys, we're just joking. Like, we're not serious. Okay.
No.
All right, let's see what happens when we check in with Look It's Myco at this hour.
Look, it's my ghost comfortable, so we're gonna tell you about a house. You guys like houses?
You do look quite relaxed, actually.
I'm feeling really good right now. If you like houses, well, here's a house that comes with a bit of a twist. According to Andrew Beaujean from the Washingtonian, the 5-bedroom house on Prado Place in Fairfax's Mantua area has a great location. Got a Trader Joe's and a Home Depot close by. An tempting price, especially for someone with a healthy budget for reno. It's listed at only $800,000 in an area where many sales top the $1 million mark, which is true. The Fairfax, Virginia area is super expensive, so $800,000 is actually cheap. Why, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. The owners want only cash offers, and the home, which needs some work, is sold as is. It's not uncommon in the still hot Washington market, but there is one major quirk per the listing, which has landed the home on popular Instagram account Zillow Gone Wild. Home will convey with a person living in the lower level with no lease in place. You can't see the lower level, the listing says. Nevertheless, the house already has one offer, and Rogers Ricker expects 2 more by the end of Tuesday. It's actually quite a good opportunity. $100K in renovation to replace a leaking toilet and some window frame rot, plus a questionable deck, rip out some carpet to expose the hardwood floors underneath, update the kitchen, and you're adding considerably more value before you move in. If you can deal with some weirdo living in your basement and having no idea who they are or what it looks like, I've got a deal for you.
I mean, they could be a perfectly fine person. You just can't find out, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, that's like... No.
I just hope, like, there's been stories before of, like, people who have been, like, held captive in basements, and that's where my brain worries.
Oh my gosh.
Ah,
This person's
yeah.
there against their wish.
Yeah, you can't look down there because, well, that's concerning.
Nah, I don't know. There, it talks about the show Ozark in a couple of spots, and a couple of the things in the show is they buy a house and there's a man who lives in the basement who's the former owner, and when I watched, I was like, why would anyone do that? And now that I saw this, I was like, oh, okay.
But in Ozark, they weren't like held against their will, were they?
No, it was his house. He was selling it. He just wanted to live in the basement.
In a van down by the river.
A van down in the basement. How'd you get that in there?
We
These
can't tell
puppies.
you, and you can't look.
Yeah. We can't tell you who it is, why they're there, how long they'll be here, because there's no lease in place. But if you ask nicely, we still won't tell you.
Huh. I'm surprised what you can work into like the conditions of a sale. 'Cause I would almost think that that's like a
Illegal?
permitting issue or something. Yeah. Weird. Real estate roulette, says Tal.
Can you imagine like being the realtor, like, oh yes, this is such a great house, this is so nice. Someone can get this for a really good fixer up. Let's look downstairs, and they're like, about that. Let's not. Why?
Like
how dedicated to selling our house are you? Like really? Because this is a great deal. Someone lives in the basement.
the real estate
Sorry,
agent
what?
is super bubbly and super happy, and then you're like, oh, all we want to do is look in the basement. No. Like, just completely changes the tone. Like, no. Okay. Sorry, I asked.
This house is so great. You can do so much. Oh, great. Can we see the HVAC? No. Wait, what? No.
One follow-up question.
Okay.
Why is there blood coming from the walls?
Who's screaming? It's the neighbors' kids. We don't have any neighbors. It's their kids.
What's this key on the keychain? It looks like a handcuff key? Nah, I don't know.
Are those chains by the door? No. It's for your car tires.
It's for your
Doesn't get that much snow here.
It's DC.
You never know.
Those nor'easters can be real pain.
I love nor'easter. You go looking for eggs and all sorts of fun stuff on
So-
nor'easter.
We've been asking you this morning on National Scrabble Day, what is your favorite board game? But then KJ brings up a good question. But if half used soap is half used soap dirty, it's soap. It's perpetually clean. No?
I mean, the soap's not dirty. The body hair on it. Oh, I guess that's clean. It's been washed,
just
right?
remove the hairs.
Yeah.
Or leave the hairs, because it's like exfoliation. I don't know.
Well, that's the great thing about Dr. Squatch soap is you can get bars with varying degrees of grit to it. So you can get bars that can
That's cool.
exfoliate by themselves, or if you're more of a person for using a washcloth, you can get ones that don't have the exfoliators to. Oh gosh, that's gonna go. Whoa!
I thought I thought I bought zero grit soap. You did.
I just used it a couple times.
Now it has more grit.
Extra, it's all natural. Don't you worry. I'm never gonna get to that level to get that freaking thing.
You have to believe, Mike.
Well, I don't.
Instead of watching Moon Knight, play Rocket League.
No.
How have I never noticed the monster's mouth?
That's brand new.
It's brand new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like this
incredible.
year's prize, or this season's prize.
Now there's two games that's like, well, balloons falling into the monster's mouth and then just balls
I
flying
mean,
into the
honestly,
monster's
it looks a lot like that monster.
mouth. Right? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Copyright infringement.
That's loco, man.
Or they both own the same thing.
Tal said the Nor'easter Bunny.
Yeah, Nor'easter Bunny's great.
Just don't look in the basement. Chris M.E. said the Mousetrap is favorite board game. Scrabble is pretty great. That's the second Mousetrap reference. I think Keith Anthony, birthday celebrated Keith Anthony, brought up Mousetrap earlier.
I've never played it, but I've always wanted to.
What's eating me?
So I have some disturbing news. Inside the monster's mouth, because I tried to save it and I was back there. You can see it. There's a little dangly thing.
Oh, a uvula? A uvula.
The uvula's in
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you're in there.
Yeah. I was trying to get back there, and then it like opened and consumed me like in the spot. It was really weird. Like it was like there was nothing there, and then I'm in a monster's mouth.
Monster.
Brendan goes, I remember Mousetrap being hella fun and always missing pieces. Yeah, it was so hard to keep track of pieces.
I'm taking out the other team. Score a goal, guys. I had all 3 of them.
Nice shot. Get him again, Mike.
They were being really helpful. They just kind of stood in the line.
Wait, it was fun to build a Rube Goldberg machine in a board game. What is that, Chris? A Rube Goldberg machine?
So it's actually something totally worth Googling.
Okay.
It's like a machine where there's a whole bunch of parts, and there's like, if you put something in it, like it starts, like you'll have a ball roll down and then hit a book that like swings a bowling ball.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
But there's like some really intense ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of like YouTube videos. And then they'll mix them up too with like the people who are good at dominoes too, and then they'll have like a Rube Goldberg machine, but then it like incorporates like
With
the best of dominoes. Oh, so good.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a couple of YouTube videos my kids like to watch that I don't love. One of them is the slime videos. They'll take like a baking pan of slime, and then they'll just waste makeup stuff and mix it all in, and then the clear slime will become bright pink or bright blue or whatever, but they then start squishing it, and I can't stand the sound of the squishiness. So
you don't like
those.
that.
No. But they have lots of those cool videos with like the big elaborate domino setups, and so whenever I get a chance to vote, I'm like, we're watching dominoes, we're not watching the damn slime.
The noise is awful.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love it.
It's like when Kiki slurps. Groggy's back, coming in to say goodbye for today. Final 15-minute club. Thank you for being here, though.
Hello, FHC.
Also, walks are pretty okay way to start the day. Yes, I like a good
Yes. I'm going to do one right after this.
Brenda goes, a very complicated machine for a simple problem, going back to Rube Goldberg. Basically, every OK Go music video. Have you ever seen the OK Go music videos? Yeah, like the treadmill one, and they had like a balloon one. Like, those are pretty good. Chris goes, I wonder if this relates to Ryan's Sauciverse. Maybe it does. I don't like the way that, like...
That makes sense.
That, like,
No
noise.
I like
ketchup
sauce,
bottles
but the
make.
noise.
You don't like it when a ketchup bottle farts?
Yeah.
Well, that's quick, but with the slime and stuff, it's like continuous.
Yes.
And
Oh, it's so good. Wait, do you guys like ASMR? stuff?
absolutely not.
I figured so.
I found one that I like.
Oh, okay. What are they doing
And it's
in
on
it?
our TikTok Gaming Morning Show. It's
Setting the
Coke can open from
Oh, okay.
Sean. I like that one a lot. All right, 8:51 West Coast, 11:51 out east. It is 4:51 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Ew. Ryan loves sauce farts. I'm sorry, I had to read that. That's just
Well, if you're gonna read it, it says Ryan loves sauce farts.
yeah, sauce farts. Sauce farts. That's what's gonna be now.
Question
Sauce
mark.
farts.
Dungeon Master KJ does like ASMR. My wife likes the like the head massage ASMR, where like there's people getting like
Totally. Like that.
and then there's noises. I don't know. She'll like have it off headphones sometime. I'll be like, oh, gross. The end. All right, let's get the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, and we'll name our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award, who had an outstanding performance among the audience today. And then if you're watching on Twitch, we'll send you somewhere after clip of the day and takeaways that are pretty okay, so you can start putting those in if you would like. What is something you learned from today's show For our Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, here's Vice video game expert Look It's Maiko.
Hey guys, let's do it this way. Oh, I hate it. Firstly, if you like video game news, let's talk about it. Kotaku says, according to Luke Plunkett, not the game that Kerplunk, Luke Kerplunkett. Like, I'm gonna go Chris Berman for these. Luke, don't call me Kerplunkett. Miss A, that was a deep cut. Like, one of you understand what that means, so let's go with it. Bungie is going digital first. That's right. Many future roles will be considered fully remote. So while some publishers and studios want people back in the office now, Bungie is going the other way. The pandemic has knocked the video game industry kind of on its butt, and while game delays, console shortages, and undercooked releases have been the main issue, they're actually making the games that face the same obstacles. Namely, they've had to do a job normally they did in an office from their homes. Moving forward, Bungie is going to develop their job positions to be at home as opposed to having to work in a studio. So they're going to, from start to finish, when you apply, you're going to apply knowing that you can work from your home office instead of having to find and go into a studio. So that is great news for folks who live around the country that may not be in a video game hotspot. Next, Marcus, don't call me Martha Stewart from Game Informer, tells us the ghost of Tsushima. Why is this so hard? The Ghost of Tsushima movie lands Takashi Dosher as a writer. The upcoming Ghost of Tsushima film will have its screenplay written by Takashi Dosher, Deadline reports. Dosher's writing credits include writing and directing 2019 sci-fi romance Only, the Hulu exclusive film Still, and the ESPN documentary A Fighting Chance. He'll be penning the screenplay for Ghost of Tsushima's big screen adaptation, which is helmed by John Wick director Chad Stahelski. Yeah, Chad, you go. It's a lot of name. Finally, from IGN, our good friend Logan, I'm not a Venus flytrap plant, tells us that Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 might be too big for Nintendo Switch, experts say. Which experts? We don't really know, but it's going to launch on the as yet unrevealed Nintendo console. Some tech experts are theorizing that could be the case based on the Legends of Zelda. Breath of the Wild's 2 most recent round of footage over on Digital Foundry. Richard Ledbetter, John Leideman, and Alex Battaglia dissected the most recent Breath of the Wild 2 footage, pointing out a couple of details that suggest it's going to be on the next-gen stuff. This includes anti-stuffing, volumetric clouds, and some other things that are really hard for the 2017 console to do. So stay tuned. They'll probably make like a more rundown version, or not rundown, whatever. Do some sort of thing with the ones that are not as hard for your Switch. And finally, in what's out today, Pad of Time is available for your Switch. And what's in the most prestigious segment of the day, a segment within a hot dog that is really nice, and this is the name of the morning. Car Detailing Simulator, available on your PC, aka so you want to detail your car, available on the PC.
I don't want to do it in real life, so I might as well try to do it in a simulator. So
I bought Work Simulator on the Oculus, and Megan was like, you don't get enough at like a real job. And I was like, well, I can't like throw mugs at my real job. Like, I can't pick up the printer and chuck it into 2 cubicles away. You can do it here. Like, oh. Okay. Car Detailing Simulator.
Nice.
Luke, don't call me Kerp. Back.
My favorite Martin. Chris M.E. appreciated it.
Yeah, Chris got it.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Chris.
All right. Google Chris Berman nicknames, then you'll understand. We'll put him in the Discord.
Is he alive?
Yes, he's very much alive.
Okay.
And
Just
very
checking.
bad at being retired. So Very
Great. Sounds good.
Thank you for being here. It's time to name our Billy Thundergun Award winner. I have numerous nominations. Tal had an outstanding pun show, but I wanted to see if there's anyone I'm forgetting from earlier in the show today. Anyone? Any nominations?
I'd give it to Tal personally.
Okay, Tal's might have ran away with it today. Nice work, Tal. Great use of nicknames, and I like Nor'easter Bunny. That one was pretty good today. Like that a lot. So, yeah, let's give it to Tal. Tal's our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
The Sir William Lightning Knife III award goes to the mule who's in front of Miss Theo, who started the pink eye chain.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Dang mule.
That mule.
Yes.
Your sixth sense for pink eye is something new that I learned about
It
you
was
today.
crazy. If you take anything from this show, you guys, today, is do not pet a mule and then touch your face right after.
Just remember that.
Just like you shouldn't touch your feet and then touch your face right after.
That's fine. They're very clean. I use Dr. Squatch soap.
Okay.
There you go.
You don't, because it's on your desk.
I bought Zero Grit.
Ooh, also true.
It doesn't work very good on your desk.
It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here it is. It's the clip of the day.
Woof woof.
You can also follow Lucas Myko, Sportside Gaming, and myself. It is now 6:40 on this West Coast clock that I have in front of me. It's 9:40 out on the East Coast. We're happy that you're here. I promise. Quiet Eye Gaming and Drew Mega have both checked in. Quiet said, I mean, the last two Zelda games were both cross-gen. Not last two of the last three, to be specific. And Drew Mega's been able to work
7 of the last 12
from home for the last 12 years and loves it. In my opinion, most cases working remote has so many advantages over working in the office. All right. It's also 2:40 in the UK.
What?
Sorry. I left you hanging there for so long.
He was holding that in there. Man, I worried for a second.
I didn't mean to go to the East Coast. I didn't realize if I got to the East Coast, I had to finish the loop. So sorry. Hefty almost killed something. Yeah, Hefty almost killed Sean this morning. It's not my intention. I didn't mean to get to the to the East Coast and forget to let Sean release the doodle-doo-doos.
He was holding it in too. Like he totally could have just passed out.
Hey,
bam!
Either way, we would have had a great clip of the day, wouldn't we?
That's fair.
We also had a good one for the 8 o'clock hour that likely would have been clipped. So either way, we'll have another clip of the day coming up tomorrow on this morning radio show that plays games Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay? And then we're going to send you over, if you're watching on Twitch, to Mad Curious, Curiously Gaming, Coffee Hour Morning Chats and Cozy Games, Happy Hour Gaming Events, and Themed Months. Spot my cool moments in the midst of my awkward playing marbles on stream this morning. So if you'd be so kind as to go over there and say good morning from GMS. All right, takeaways that were pretty okay. Something we learned from today's show. We'll start with Miss Theo.
God, so many key takeaways. But I mean, the biggest one is I just really enjoy doing this with all four of us on here. That was really enjoyable, you guys. Missing Austin, but that was super fun with all four.
It is good to have you back. And wish you safe travels to Minnesota, and we'll see you next time you're able to join us.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Follow Miss Theo on Instagram. I am Miss Theo. What is your takeaway that's pretty okay? Look, it's Myko.
I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. There was a lot happened today.
A lot that happened.
I've been racking my brain. I don't.
That's good, though.
Everything's
when there's a lot of takeaways that were pretty okay, you know it was a good show. Dungeon Master KJ said, Miss Theo always comes in with a good story. That is true. You always have something to tell us. That is for sure. Brendan goes, my takeaway is you have to take the soap off of your desk and put it on your body for it to work.
Oh, is that how soap works?
I doubt it.
Apparently not.
I'm very clean, probably. Quiet Time Gaming, be sure to release your doodly-oos daily or you might have medical problems. And Chris MU's takeaway is beware of the mule. The mule.
It's true.
The mule.
It's true.
My takeaway that's pretty okay. Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure. It's a crowd.
Oh, that was a good. That was a good one. That was a good one.
So Maiko's buying it as we speak for $40 off like Amazon.
Oh my god.
I would love to, but since I'm unemployed, Megan would literally murder me.
It's all right. Tell her we paid.
Wait, is that why you're able to host right now?
Yes.
You seemed a little excited about that, but it is great.
Actually, I'm like, I feel like there's a little bit of congratulations in there, a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
It's nice. I just,
Yeah. I feel you.
Employment's loss is our game. Let's put it that way.
It's fun employment.
Yeah. K-Laugh, my takeaway is still in awe of Quiet's long play. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. Big swing that got the host to bring up the answer naturally. That was a
seriously,
very big loop that we went through. So
yeah.
All right, join us for GMS After Dark with Look It's Maiko tonight, 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. Chris M.E., aka Jordy Jasper, will be our guest, along with Dungeon Meowster KJ for an Easter candy tier list, and we will see you again tomorrow. Please say good morning from GMS to Mad Curious. Thank you for being here. For Austin, for Sean, for Theo, for Mike, I am Hefty Goof. This has been Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, GamingMorningshow.tv.